today, man. I want to say some of this stuff for the live. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Okay.
bro. I don't know what type of like this ain't the regular shit. This my shit. So I do shit any type of way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
First, I got a chance to hang out with you guys, but before I was able to hang out with you and a couple other people that I was new to hanging out with, I actually
Right.
hung out with Alex and Jonathan. I hung out with them in July when we actually went out there to shoot the Deal Machine commercial with that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I actually
Salcedo.
I actually hung out with them prior to actually running into y'all in Las Vegas for November. So
Hmm.
like 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 it was like super cool to be able to be around Alex and them. Man, I was like, man, but the guys is young, doing their thing. So like I'm in the club, right? It's like 3 in the morning. Uh the guy not, I think his name not Lil Nas or something like that sing,
Uh-huh.
singing some crazy little country song or something, right? So he on stage rapping or whatever, and like it's like 3 in the morning, and I was actually I had a guy in California, but he was in Singapore, but he was putting together deals and stuff like that, like with
Okay.
companies and stuff. So he was on Singapore time, so he was up like it was in the middle of the day. So we texting about appointments and trying to line stuff up.
Why
I'm
you in the club with the Old Town Road guy?
Bro, yeah, I'm around Alex. I got David Lecco with me and stuff. I got some
Yeah.
valuable people around me, man. I ain't thinking about partying. I'm thinking about like this some deals, boy. Well, I had talked with Alex for a little bit. He was kind of telling me about what he had going on. I was like, damn, boy, young boy doing some real stuff. I say, okay, but my boy texted me the whole time, so I'm in the club. I'm like, yeah, we was kind of drinking and chilling and stuff. But man, I'm trying to set that appointment as soon as I get back to Houston. I'm on
Yeah, lock that thing down.
it. Well, I'm like trying to get it. Hey, go to my YouTube channel right now, man.
That's
We
what I'm
we
doing
on
now.
YouTube and Facebook right now.
YouTube.
Yeah, man. So when I finally got a chance to hang out with y'all in Vegas, it was cool too. So man, I'm looking forward to actually linking up with y'all. I spoke with your bro Randy and stuff. So he reached out to me, man. He's super cool, and man,
Yeah.
I appreciate the love and the support coming from all in, man. So
Ain't
hey,
no doubt.
if y'all don't know who's here right now with me is Tino, aka official Shark Tino. Like an all-in representative for real. Man, like I really don't know like the magnitude of like movement y'all make. You see what I'm saying? I know y'all make like some real serious moves. And like people don't know, like we know each other, but we really don't know each other. So it's
Right.
crazy for you to be on my platform right now, just finna drop a ton of value like you're finna drop right now. So it was like, I'm like, man, who who like who is like Tino, like I'm like, who is
Yeah.
like share share with
Sure.
everybody if they don't know who Tino is, like who is Tino before the Shark Tino and without the Shark Tino. So we want to talk about the old Tino
Hmm.
before the Shark, and then we want to talk about how when you hit the switch right now, like you right now, you may be in Shark mode, but once this live off, you may hit that switch and you ain't Shark Tino, you just Tino. You know,
Yep.
I want to
Yep.
know, give us a little bit about
So just a quick background. So both my parents are from Mexico, born and raised. I'm first generation here, right? My old stepdad, they were my parents were married for like 15, 20 years or whatever. Divorced parents. So I basically was like the father figure to my little brother. We're 4 years apart. We're not twins. Everybody thinks we're twins, or they confuse us as the same people. Um, I went to school. After school, most people just go to college because that's what you're told to do. That's what you're supposed to do. And I joined the army because I always wanted to be a soldier. So I was in the army for 7 years. So I did Iraq, Afghanistan, all the stands, all South America. I did that for 7 years. And got to deploy a bunch of times. The operational tempo was crazy, man. I was constantly overseas. after the 7 years came up, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to school, figure out what I want to do. Maybe I wanted to be a plastic surgeon. So my undergrad was in biology. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to school. When I got out of the Army, my brother was like, man, you ain't gonna be able to do anything but be like a security guard, a police officer, a SWAT guy, something like that, where you running and gunning. And I honestly, like, I had enough of it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be shooting at bad guys, getting shot at, jumping at planes, doing all that crazy stuff anymore. So I started going to school. Uncle Sam was paying me while I was going to school. I did that for a little bit. And I remember we were playing Call of Duty, me and my brother, matter of fact. And believe it or not, we were cooking bacon in a pan, and we were drinking Mickey's, the little bombers with the little the quizzes on the bottom of them. They got puzzles on the bottom of the caps. Okay. We were drinking Mickey's, and we were sitting on the couch, and we're playing video games. It was like I had just got out of the Army, and my brother's like, "Bro, you're not gonna find a job." So I pull up on old school iPad. It used to be like this thick, and they were huge. That's my brother. Quit bullshitting. So I pull up the iPad, and what I ended up doing is going to jobs on Craigslist. And the first job that was there was car sales. So I told my brother's like, bro, you're not gonna be able to get a job. I said, this economy, blah, blah. I said, man, I'll find a job. It's just people don't want to do what they're not used to doing. They don't want to get out of their comfort zone. So, man, I've been through it all. I was in the Army. I'm like, man, this shit ain't nothing.
Around what year?
I was in the Army from 2004 to 2012. February 2012 is when I got out.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, so I did all the Iraq shit, all the Afghanistan shit.
After the market crashed and everything.
Yeah, during the market crash, I was in Iraq during that time.
Right. So you start getting into the sales as it started trying to rebound.
It was starting to rebuild. Yep. So like 2012, I started selling cars, and I didn't know anything about it. I was like, man, I don't know if this is for me. The first month, I'm not even gonna lie. Like I sold one car my first month, and they're like, just stay positive, Tino. I'm like, man, this shit is, I don't know if this is for me. Maybe I can maybe I do need to be a police officer or a SWAT guy or something like that. And I remember just one day going to sleep and waking up out in that second month, and I was like, fuck, if I'm going to do this, I need to put both feet in this motherfucker. Oh, can I cuss on your show?
Yeah. Man, come on.
Okay. So I'm like, hey, if I'm going to do this, man, I got to go all in, right? Got to go all in. I got to put both feet in this motherfucker. So after the summer school was over, I was like, fuck it. I'm not going to school. I'm going to try this. I'm going to go all in. And that month, I remember I made $10,000, man. As a soldier in the United States Army, like you could never make nothing crazy. You never make something like that, man. I was an E6. I wasn't making money like that. So like for me, it was like, wow, this is crazy. Like I've never gotten a paycheck that big before. So like I killed it in sales, and then I started killing it, and then I started killing more and then more. So I sold cars for like a year and a half, actually a little bit over a year. And then I was like, man, I want to lead a team. Like I can teach people how to do this, because these old heads that have been doing it for 10, 15 years were like, damn, how's this dude cracking people over the head? How's this dude getting all this gross profit? And so, I was just being a normal person, just listening and figuring out what their motivation is and what problem they're trying to solve and how I can help them find a situation that's going to better where they're at right now. So long story short, I was taught by a bunch of car guys. I started leading my team. I trained, hired. I moved up the ranks extremely fast. And before you know it, I'm a sales manager with like 26 salespeople under me. And, I'm making six figures 3 times, over a year. And I'm doing very, very well. But I was working like 15, 16-hour days, man. Like, boom, it was crazy.
So look, hold that thought. So that's a little bit about Tino before the shark, because he was starting to get into the shark. Y'all heard him. He was starting to get into the shark. So now I want to know, how are you now when it's time for you to, because it looked like you may not even hitting the switch. You closing everybody all the time, just close. So
it's a way of life.
You turn it off right now, and you're a different type of Tino. You're more relaxed, chill, and your gears not turning so much. Like, give us a little bit of that, Tino.
So, as going back to that, right? Like one thing that makes you good at sales is your personality, more so than anything, right? Like you, Loopy, you a likable guy, right? You a likable guy. You're unassuming. You don't look like you're a threatening guy. You can talk. You're very well versed. The same thing, man. Like for me, like I think people like me just because I'm a veteran. You know, I serve my country. You know, I travel the world, and I just like to talk to people. Mainly, more than anything, I like to talk to people. So with my kids, right? I'm like, I got 2 kids, and I'm super daddy. Like, you know, I'm real soft. I'm real soft. But when it comes to like, when I hit that switch, like you're saying, I hit the switch, then it's just strictly business, right? It's all numbers, black and white, boom, 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 and that's how I was trained. I think it was instilled in me from being in the army that like whatever it is that you're doing, you have to do it to the best of your ability because it's kind of like different stakes here. Now, if you fuck up, you're not getting a check, right? You're not gonna get that check. But in the army, if you fuck up, you're gonna die or somebody else is gonna die. So like the stakes were higher, but they're still comparable on a certain level. So for me, the way I look at it is, you know, whatever you do, you have to do it at 100%, or else you're gonna half-ass something. It's just like a deal. If you go into a deal and you work it and you make $5,000, if you would have worked it to the best of your ability, you probably made 15, 20,000. You know what I'm saying? So all my training, as far as sales training goes, came from the car business. Like that's what I did. And I was able to replicate myself over and over and over again. And I had the pleasure of actually training my little brother to be the closer that he is. So for you guys that don't know, at All In, I started off as an acquisitions manager there.
Hold up, bro. You still ain't turned the shark off yet. I'm like, bro.
All right, so you want to boot? All right.
Listen to this question, bro, because I just want to know this because you ain't turned off the shark yet, bro.
Bro,
it's hard. Do y'all see how hard it is? I asked him. I say, tell us a little bit about Tino without the shark.
Okay, so
right, look, just hear me out. Look, you ready to go? Why I close this channel, boy? look, my boy ready to close anything right now. So look, when you hit the switch, and like you really don't want to close no deals right now, there's like I know that there's not a day or a minute where things are not closing because you basically have a business running on automation, right? But
right.
When you're not thinking about not one single deal and you just having that moment of what they call clarity, like who is that Tino? Like what gets you to that point where you can like what you just did, you sat and you just took that little deep breath right there.
Yeah.
What is that Tino? What brings you to that point where is it a beach view or is it some mountains or something? Like what is the
so
you know what
for
I'm saying?
me, like my most like let's get into like my why. My most important why is my family, right? I grew up extremely like poor, and you know like on when we only went out to eat one time a week, and it was Wednesdays when we got like 29-cent cheeseburgers. So like I grew up in a single family home, you know, and as a minority, everyone you know has their story of struggles and stuff like that. But like for me, you know, I'm the first person in my family to make any kind of money that's tangible, that feels like you're doing something, right? And you know, I've always been into art and going back into stuff. Like I love art. Like these are my paintings on the wall. Like this I got a Kanye West art here that I do. Like I paint. You know what I mean? I just started doing that a couple months ago. But for me, like
one of my questions too. That's one of my questions too. I was going to ask you about. So that's a part of the Tino without the shark. You're a painter.
I love music. I love music. I love food.
You play music. You compose.
No, I love listening to music. I love different artists. Like people, you know, selling their CDs in the parking lot. Like I'm all for it. I want to hear music because I feel like any type of art that comes from somebody, it comes from within. It's their own representation and iteration of what they're trying to articulate, whether it be with paint strokes, whether it be with verses and rhymes, whether it be with gymnastics, whatever it is that motivates and passionately moves somebody. I'm interested in that because that feeling, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've always drawn, like I've always been a guy who draws with pencils and graphite. But recently, in the last few months, I started painting, and that has been the most peaceful thing that I have ever. Just putting music really loud, whether it's Frank Ocean, Kanye West, something really loud that I can listen to, vibe out to, and just paint. Like, not worry about getting it on my
So
shirt.
you listen to loud music and paint.
I listen to loud music and
So
paint, and these paintings ain't small. Like, these are like 5 feet by 6
So
feet.
you're not listening to classical music. No, so you ain't doing that.
Nah, man, I'm listening to like Black Skinhead. Yeah, yeah. Exactly. Because that's I feel like that's what really gets like the artistic juices flowing, man. And for me, drawing, painting, food is my biggest passion. I'm not gonna lie, my biggest passion is food. I mean, I eat I cook. I just bought. I'm not gonna lie. I just bought this double din deep fryer. It holds 16 liters of oil, man. I'm talking about making chicken wings. I made 75 chicken wings for my family the other day. Like, bro, I'm talking about like dip them in an egg, put them in flour, seasoning like Sweet Baby Ray's. Like, I love to cook, man. I love flavorful food. I love to eat. I went to Vegas last weekend, not this last weekend, but the weekend before that. And the whole purpose, like, I was picking up my daughter, right, from my dad's house. She went to go visit her grandparents. But for me, my excitement was not to go gamble, wasn't to go club, go to the beach, whatever, the pool parties. I was there to eat. I love eating.
Look, hold that thought real quick. So, so when I go to Vegas, like, soon as I touch down, there's only one spot I want to go to, and they got the best cupcakes on the planet. And
what's that?
You want to challenge these vegan, because I don't eat meat. So anybody want to challenge these vegan cupcakes? You know what I'm saying? I got a couple. I got a couple dollars right here. I'll bet on them.
What is the place called?
I'm gonna send you the link. I don't know about heart, but I pull it up on the map. Every time I go, I tell my little brother stay out there. I say, man, pick me up from the airport, take me to get the cupcakes.
How long have you been vegan for, man?
3 years now. I just stopped. I just stopped eating meat and went vegan.
You feel better, right?
Man, I lost about 30 pounds just instantly, man. I slept different and all type of stuff, man. No
feel more energized.
Man, sleep light, man. You hear a needle drop, wake up like,
wow. You know what's crazy? My brother's vegan.
What?
My brother's vegan. Yeah, my little brother. Well, let him tell it. He's all the way vegan, but he ain't vegan for real. He's part-time vegan. He's half in Randy Hernandez vegan. Like, like he's like double touching. He's double touching on a vegan. So like sometimes he'll eat, like he had chicken wings the other day. He was the first one, but he'll go through these phases where he won't eat any meat, or he'll be completely vegan, like no animal byproducts for a few months, and he feels better. I tried going vegetarian once. I did it for about, I would say probably like a month almost. I lost weight. I felt better. You know what I'm saying? Like I did feel better, but like it's hard for me, man. I eat steak all the time. I guess yesterday I had filet and shrimp, and it's hard for me to give stuff up like that, man. That's like if I died tomorrow and they said, "What's your last meal?" Like, I'm having a tomahawk steak, medium rare. You know what I'm saying? Side of asparagus and potatoes.
Last time I bought one of them, I gave it to Honey, and I threw it on the ground, and she ate it. And she ate it like it was good. The last tomahawk steak I bought, I gave it to my dog. I bought it just for her. Unwrapped it, rinsed it off, cleaned it off.
Was it her birthday or something? Damn.
No, man, it was a regular day, man. I went about both the dogs tomahawks. Man, forget about it, man. I would be tripping. So look,
you know what though? I have tried the vegan pizza with the cauliflower.
Cauliflower crust.
We go to Blaze. My brother put me on this vegan pizza. That thing is fire. That has more flavor in it than a regular pizza. I will say that. I will say that. So I do need to try it just for health reasons. I mean, but it's hard, man. I want to live till like I'm 180 years old, 200 years old, hopefully.
Hey, that means you got to live it and not die it. Because if you die, guess you do? You're putting down in front of us, so you got to eat live food and live it. So with that being said, how long have you been in the real estate business?
I've been in real estate business since January 2019, believe it or not.
Huh?
That's it.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Say what? January. Not because I'm trying to understand everything real quick. So you only
So
been in the business since January 2019. So have I.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. There we go. January 2019. So I started, this is how I got into the business actually. So I was saying that I was doing finance. I was a high level finance manager, sales manager, right? I was doing really good in the car business and I had invested in cryptocurrency in 2014. So I was like, okay, I did very well in that. And so I had sold in 2017. So I was good. I had a good check coming in, monthly from my job and the crypto. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna quit. I had a family. I'm gonna quit my job, and I wanted to go with these guys. And believe it or not, I had DM Sal and Carlos, man. But they get like these guys are fucking like they're celebrities, right? Like they
Yeah.
get like Carlos. You go on his Instagram, dude. It's crazy. Like I don't even know how he has a way to navigate to be able to send me a message on Instagram or something. Like there's so much going on his profile. Like, it's crazy. But anyway, long story short, I had messaged them both and I said, hey man, like I'm not your typical dude who just wants clout. Like I'm trying to really learn how to do this. Give me an opportunity. I can show you what I can do. Long story short, 6 months passed, nothing. So finally I had gotten in contact with Carlos. He was on a live and people were asking him sales questions. And I would go in there and when they would ask a question, I would like answer it really quick. And then they would be like, oh, okay, that's a good answer. And he would say the same thing. And then, so then they would ask another question. So then I think he like saw that I was answering questions. And then I messaged him and I told him, hey, check your DM, blah, blah, blah. So he's like, damn, what do you do? And I told him what I do. And I said, he's like, when can you stop by, brother? I want to talk to you in person. I said, all right, cool. So I said, I can come by right fucking now. It was like 9:00 at night. He's like, no, come tomorrow and come talk to me tomorrow. My partner will be there. I said, all right, bet. So the next day, man, I get edged up. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna kill this. I'm gonna make an impression. I'm gonna make an impression. I'm getting this fucking job, whatever job. They can call me a fucking janitor. I'm gonna put my foot in the door. So I get there and Sal, I start telling them what I do. They got another big wholesaler out of Vegas who's there. He rode his Rolls Royce from Vegas to Phoenix to go visit Carlos and Sal. So I'm sitting there next to these guys, and they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm telling them, "Oh, and his wife is a finance manager in Vegas and knows the group that I'm part of." And they're like, "Oh shit, they're like a reputable group." Long story short, Sal says, "You're overqualified. You're overqualified to do this." And Carlos is like, "Bro, he's a shark. Let's put him in acquisition." Sal wanted me to do business development to help with their businesses, the other businesses that they got going on. And Carlos was like, no, dude, this guy's a sales guy. Like, he needs to be on the floor. I'm like, fuck it, dude, I'll do whatever. They said, oh, well, let us talk and we'll get back to you. This is like in November, December 1st or something like that. Man, if I tell you, like
2018.
This is 2018. Yep. So okay. I said, fuck it, man. I'm quitting my fucking job. I quit my job December 31st, 2018. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like, I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I got money in the bank. You know what I'm saying? We're going to figure it out. I'll be all right. Shit. I'm Tino. I'm a salesman. I'll make it happen. Yeah. I quit my job. I didn't even have a job lined up or a job with them. I know I could go to any popsicle stand on the main road and sell cars or do a finance. Like, they'll give me a fucking job easy with a sign-on bonus. So long story short, I'm hitting up Carlos like every fucking day, like, yo, what's up? Da, da, da. I'm like, well, just let me know if you're not trying to do this, like whatever. He's like, well, let's meet again. So I come back in and he's like, this is what it is. Here's the base. There's a commission. I said, bro, I don't even want a base. Like, let's make it happen. So the first week, right, this is before they started having like SOPs and their onboarding processes. Like, it was kind of like, it was before Brittany got there. So Brittany had gotten there like at the same time, kind of. So Brittany's the CFO, by the way. She does a great, outstanding job of putting together like all the fucking paperwork and shit and stacks of stuff, like, so that people know how to do the same thing every single time. It's never deviates, right? So that's how you get processes and systems in place. Well, long story short, I get there and they're like training me on the system a little bit. And it's a CRM. I did CRM in the car business. And I'm like, all right, when can I jump on the phone? When can I jump? They're like, no, not yet. You're going to shadow Adrian. You're going to shadow this. I'm like, fuck, man. 3 days, bro. Like, I shadow people for 3 days, and I'm like, dude, I gotta get on the phone. I told Carlos, hey, dude, you gotta let me on the phone. Like, just listen to me. Like, let me get on the phone. So, so Adrian's like, fuck it, let him get on the phone. So Adrian, you guys don't know,
ain't it these days? Man, ain't it hard to find people like that these days?
Yeah, hey, it's you know what? The hardest thing in this business and scaling is the people. The people, right? The leads, you can fix that. You can fix the data. You can fix the lead flow. You can fix the systems automation. But the people is the hardest thing to find. Anyway, let me get back. I'm digressing. So they let me on the phone. Man, I closed like 5 deals in that week. I closed like 3 in one day. One I went out to the deal and closed it, and I closed like 5. I closed 33 deals in a month and a half. 33 deals in a month and a half.
Bro. Woo! Stop. Bro, I can't even get to the questions you going in too hard. Hold up, just wait.
I'm sorry, man.
I was gonna wait for a while. All right, tell us about the 33 deals and don't say nothing else because you're gonna
okay.
You're gonna close my whole interview, bro.
And I start talking.
I got some good questions. You don't even want to let me get them. Well, I got some questions. What?
All right.
The 33, I'm gonna leave, bro. Let me see what I got. The 33 question way down here at the bottom, bro. Bro. This bro brought it up in the beginning, bro. We was trying to get him to that, but that was the 33 in the beginning.
Yeah. So like, what happened is like I started the month. The 15th of the month is when I started. 15th of January when I officially started, right? Then the 18th is when they let me get on, or the 19th when they let me get on.
January the 19th.
Yeah. And I start closing all these deals. And they were like, bro, do you know another shark? I'm like, well, I got my brother, but let me just feel it out. You never go to like a new place and automatically start bringing your people before you test it out, right? Because it's not always rainbows and butterflies. Let's be honest, right? So I'm like, all right, let's fuck with it. I start closing these deals. Bro, what's that?
I said that's a good way to put it. Rainbow and butterflies, boy. I don't know where you got that shit from. That shit was fire.
that's a car guy shit, man. It's a salesperson shit. It's the one-liners. I was telling my brother today about. Here, I got stories for days. Let me stop.
I'm sitting right now playing with this little house right here. I'm like, I'm trying to think of what a seller gonna make me. What a seller gonna say to make me hit him with that. You know they don't butterflies, right?
yeah, exactly. So I end up just start dominating. I start closing deals. First, I was only calling like old leads, like deals that were like not interested or something happened, and I was negotiating, like bringing them back to life and closing them.
Yeah. And
I didn't know how to run comps or do any of that shit, man. I would go to Adrian's office. I'd run in there. I'm like, yo, what I gotta do for this deal? He's like, what's the phone number? And he pull up the address. He's like, okay, well, you gotta hit him here. And I said, okay. And then I just leave. He's like, oh, wait. Well, where you gotta go down here? Like, this is the lowest you can go. I said, well, where do you want me to get it? And he'd be like, get him at 210. I said, all right, bet, be back. I come back and be like, yo, I got him at 215. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, let's run it again. And then I'll get the next one. I'm like, yo, Adrian, I need your help. He's like, oh, damn. So I was distracting Adrian from his job because he kept running comps for me, helping me out because I didn't know how to run fucking comps. I was 3 days in this motherfucker. And
you just knew how to get the number down, but you ain't even know how to run the number to see if the number worked. You just know
I remember one Saturday I went to the office. It was like 3 weeks later, probably 2-3 weeks later. I went to office in his office. I'm like, yo, can you show me how to run comps again? I'm just not getting this. And then he's like, bro, don't even worry about it. Just get it. Like, don't even worry about the numbers. Just because whatever I'm telling you to get, you're gonna go get. You know what I'm saying? And I would fight to get it. So it was crazy. So we were just killing it, man. We were making deals left and right. Then
this is you and your brother. You done brought your brother on by now, right?
And yep. 2 weeks in, I tell my brother was doing insurance at the time. He was doing insurance sales. I call him up. I'm like, yo, you got to come down here. He's like, oh, bro. Well, let me just put my 2 weeks in. I said, put your 2 weeks in. Your 2 weeks
right now.
Bro. And then he's like, well, this is where I'm at. Because in the sales, like in the car business, if you leave a job, there's no 2 week notice. If you tell them, hey, man, I'm going to be leaving in 2 weeks, they're like, bye. Because they don't want you touching their leads. They don't want you touching their deals. and they're gonna fuck you out of money, man. I've been fucked out of money many times. 11,000 here, $7,000 here. You know, they just won't fucking pay you. That's just how it goes. They'll say they'll come up with a reason not to pay you. So my brother was like worried. He's like, bro, I got like 3 G's, you know, there. And Carlos was like, I got you. Run it. I got you. Don't worry about the 3 G's. So my brother quit. Like I said, walk the fuck out right now, bro. He took his fucking name tag off and shit.
Oh, so this feels like the movie for real. This shit, he did the shit like what you see on the movie.
Yo, Vance was at work. He fucking took the name tag off, put it down, and he just walked away. He told him, "Hey man, this ain't working for me. I gotta go." And the dude did. He did. So he started working with me, and then we had like so I got a divorce in March. Okay. So January
in the middle of all this, a divorce?
Yeah. I went through a divorce. It was an ugly divorce. But I started working January 15th, and then I worked January and February. That month and a half, I did 33 deals. Then I told the guys, I said, "Hey, I appreciate the opportunity. I know I just started and shit, but I need some time off. Like, maybe you'll let me come back when it's time." And I'll tell you what, one thing that I do respect these guys is when I asked for that time off, they said, "Don't worry about it. We're gonna pay you. Like, we're gonna keep you on." Like I said, well, I can't come to work. I got a lot of shit. Like, I'm going for full custody of my kids, all types of shit. And they're like, Sal and Carlos were like, "You know what? Don't worry about it. Handle what you got to handle. Like, we got your back." Bro, it was crazy. Dude, these guys.
That was like real solid love. When your brother was still over there holding it down too, though. Randy was still over there holding it down too, though, right?
Yep, exactly. And I'll tell you right now, man. Like, when I tell you, like, how people say, "Oh, I love these guys." No, like, I literally love these guys. Like, I love these guys like brothers. So they held me down. I came back after 1 month, and then Carl's was like, "Yo, we want you to lead a team. You lead a team. Adrian lead a team." So Adrian had led a team before, and I don't know what happened. It was sidetracking him from his like production. So he ended up going back to the floor, and it was like they slimmed down. So when I got there, we started fucking hiring when I came back, and they were like, "All right, let's pick teams." So it was like the NBA draft. I picked somebody, Adrian picked somebody, he picked somebody, blah, blah, blah. So after that month, we did good. And I told Carlos and Sal, I said, "Bro, I don't want to do this shit no more. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, I don't want to do this shit no more. Like, I want to do something else. Like, please."
Right. So look, hold that thought.
Okay.
See, I gotta take control of this conversation because for real. He's close for real. He don't play. So look, I want to ask you this because this is very important to people, especially people that's watching right now.
Sure.
I want it to come from you. A shark will go crazy when blood is in the water.
Mm-hmm.
What would be an ideal blood in the water? What would be an ideal blood in the water situation for a real estate investor, shark, to go crazy with closing deals right now? Like, this is like for the sharks, the ones that's really out here like getting it.
Mm-hmm. Like, who's gonna sniff out a deal?
Yeah, like what'll make them just go crazy right now with the little pandemic and stuff that's going on?
So realistically speaking, right? Let's be honest. The people that you're calling are being called by a lot of people just like you. They say, "Oh, I just talked to Johnny last week. He said he's gonna give me this much." Okay, so there's a couple things that will facilitate a sell, right? So timing, right? Timing, price, and you. They can sell to any person, any swinging dick around here can buy their house. Why are they going to buy it from you? Okay, so it's either going to be you, the money, or the timing. So for me, when I smell blood in the water, it's because of this. How fast, if we were to come to an agreement that made sense for both parties, how fast could you possibly close? If they're like, "Shit, we can do this thing tomorrow," boom, buying signals. Like, do you have somewhere that you plan on going to after you sell me this home? Buying signals. So you're already setting that track. Then it's like, okay, so obviously you ask them for the price because the first one to talk loses. You ask them for their price because you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot. If they're giving you a price, it means they've already thought about it. They've painted the picture in themselves before you even got on the horn with them that, hey, I might sell this house. I might think about selling it. Then it's you. How much do they like you? For me, when I'm doing a deal, it's 80% rapport and then 20% negotiation. And really, the negotiation part is the easiest part. Because if I'm asking you all these questions about you, Lupi, I'm asking you all these fact-finding questions about your property, about your life, what is the problem you're trying to rectify? What kind of issue can I help you solve? Because realistically speaking, we're getting paid for the problems we're solving. We're solving. This Pellegrino got me burping. What problems we're solving? Whether it's my kids just went to college, my husband died, it's time to move to something smaller, or I just want to move back to the West Coast, whatever it may be, you're the answer to the problem. Because let's get one thing straight. We're not here to rip people off. We're not here to steal equity. We're here to solve problems and make it beneficial for both parties. That's what builds longevity, reputation, and brand recognition. So for us to be able to say, I'm going to help you out, solve this problem. I'm going to front you money to get you moving to where you want to go, to put down deposit, whatever you need to do to solve your issue. And for my service, for me helping you out, I'm going to get a check. Most people are happy that, like, if you do everything you can to help these people out within reason, obviously, they hope you get paid because they know this ain't for free. Chris, there you go, Chris Monroe. Appreciate you.
Chris.
Sharks don't sleep. That's why I stay woke. Exactly. Hey, right. You stay ready so you don't got to get ready. So with that being said, is you want to always make sure that the timing is there, the price is there, and it's you. So a lot of times, when you're trying to let the farts out of the blanket, you're asking questions to find out, is it like, let's say I got a seller that says, okay, I like that price. That's something I can rock with. Okay. So, I need to wait. I need to wait a couple weeks, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so why? Oh, well, it's this, and this. Oh, don't worry about it. We can help you out with this, da, 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 da. Oh, well, I still just want to wait. So I can tell them, hey, and this is how you narrow it down. You say, hey, Mr. Jackson, you said that you are okay with the price, correct? Like, we're there, right? You would tell me if you wanted more, if it was less, or, you would tell me, right, okay. And you would agree that I treated you right this whole time leading up to this, right? Okay, sure, okay. And you agree that the timing that we set forth, that you say, within 21 days of closing, blah, 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 we're going to help you move out. You need an extension, we'll give you 10 days. Like, we're cool with that, right? Okay. So can I ask you a question? Is it me? Is it me? And they're gonna be like, "Oh shit!"
You hit them with that shit. You said like that.
Yeah, you put them on Front Street. They're gonna be like, "Oh shit, damn!" You know what I'm saying? Like, bro. I hit them straight up. I love, and people that I was buying houses from loved me, but I was kind of like blunt. I was soft. I used children's, child's gloves with them. But I would slap them in the mouth. If somebody was like, I have to talk to my wife, but my husband, the wife wants to sell, but the husband don't want to sell. That's the easy one for me to get, because if I did my fact finding, my building rapport, I would know that Mr. and Mrs. Franklin been together for 20 years. They're high school sweethearts. Yeah, they moved here from Georgia. You know what I mean? For sure. Exactly. So I'm asking these questions, and in my mind, I'm writing them down. I'm writing them down too. Okay, been married 20 years, but high school sweethearts. They're from Macon, Georgia. So I start asking these questions. Then I say, all right, Mr. Franklin. Now, remember when Betty, like when you guys were young and you guys first got together, and you would do anything to make her smile. You guys would ask, oh, where you want to go eat? And she would say this, and you really wanted this, but you would do it to make her smile, right? Yeah. So your wife wants to move, but you're not ready, right? So you remember you used to do anything. You would do anything to make your wife smile. Yeah. For 20 years, you've been together, right? Yeah, 20 years. Okay, so with all due respect, what's changed? What's changed? Bro, you see the wife turn so quick and look at her husband like, what has changed? And I'm telling you, man, I'm next level with the shit, man. I'm cold with it. It's all here. selling is an emotional game, man. It's an emotional game. If people like you, if you're smiling, you're always nodding, you're jovial, you're there, then they're gonna do whatever it takes because they want to work with you. People like that. They gravitate to that. You know what I mean? They want to feel good.
I got a question. I got a question for you. So, y'all virtual over there with All In.
Yeah, we're virtual. We do about 84% of our deals virtually.
So okay, let's talk a little bit about this. How
Sure.
many markets are you currently working in, and did you grow up in the main city you're marketing to? So how
Okay.
many?
So currently, major markets, we're in three. We're in California,
Mhm,
we're in Nevada, and we're
mhm.
in Phoenix. Okay.
Okay.
We're in all over across the United States. We get deals in Florida. We get where there's money. We're gonna make a deal, right?
Y'all gonna be heavy in Houston too.
Yeah, we're in Dallas. We're in Houston. We're in all of DFW. Everywhere. I mean, man. I bought in North Carolina. Where else? Gastonia, like little places. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere. It that we can make a deal that makes sense, then we're gonna try and make the sense out of it. You know what I'm saying? So as far as me growing up in those cities, no, I'm from San Diego, California. I
Okay.
grew up in San Diego, California. My dad retired. My stepdad retired from the Navy, and we moved out here when I was 17 years old. Um, now, as far as like
Do you market to San Diego to where you grew up at and stuff like that? Do y'all market out there?
no, no, we don't.
Uh,
But here's the thing: like these guys have built up so much organic traffic on the website that we get, pay per click that goes organic website. Like we get organic traffic that like we get deals from all over the place. Plus, just with their social media presence and the reputation that these guys have, like Jaden, who's our asset manager, he'll get like, or they'll DM me too sometimes, like, hey, I got this property over here in San Isidro or Riverside. You want to check it out? I'm like, yo, send it to Jaden, or I'll give him Jaden's number, and we'll make a deal with JV a deal. We're open. We have a disposition company where we get deals all the time from people.
Okay. So let me ask you this right here. Are you into choosing markets? And if so, how do you choose the next market to dominate?
So that's
Are y'all into dominating markets? Because y'all ain't playing no games.
Well, see, like, here's the thing, right? Like, a lot of people are like, oh, I want to control this and do that and do that. Man, there's so much out there for everyone to eat.
It's small little markets with smaller populations that
Yeah,
people do go and home in and they do dominate those.
yeah, and they're that dude in that little city.
Do y'all have
Yeah,
something
we
small
don't.
that y'all
I'm gonna
dominate?
be honest with you. I don't think we really have like a presence like that where we're gonna be like, oh, this is our city. This is our city. Get off our turf, like stuff like that. No, man. But in Phoenix, we're heavy in Phoenix. We're heavy in Arizona. We're heavy in Vegas, and we're heavy in California. But our heaviest is probably here in Phoenix, in our backyard. But here's the thing. Here's the crazy thing about it.
My first virtual deal was in Vegas.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It,
it was in January, no February. For 35,000, man. Um,
woo.
the guy that he met up with us at the conference out there in November, and
Mm.
he linked up with me, and I did some marketing to California, and then I started doing some marketing out there, and he nailed us something in, and yeah, that was my first market.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. So for us, like, we kind of have a joke that's a running joke, and Carlos, he'll give you hell for this. Since we do so much virtual business, like if you have to go to a sales appointment, to an actual seller appointment, we kind of make fun of you for doing that, because like, man, you couldn't close them over the phone. Like, what's going on? Like, where are you lacking? Like, it's a joke. Like, what, you that weak? You couldn't close them on the phone call?
Man, I just
Like,
went on today, man. Why you making me feel bad?
no. Well, it's here's the thing, right? So like, because we give our guys qualified leads, the more time that they're not on the phone, the more money that's leaving. You know what I mean? So you got to think about it that way. Like, if I could get a deal, speed kills deals. So if I could get a deal on the phone, even though I tell the customer, hey, I'm going to send you this contract, I can't go over right now, but I will be over there in the next, let's say, 3 hours. I'll be over there in 3 hours. That makes sense. All right, but here we go. This is contingent on whatever you told me is factual, right? To the best of your knowledge. And I send them over a contract. I get it signed. Let's say you were gonna go to the appointment at 2:00. I told them I can't be there till 5:00. But at 1:00, I send them a DocuSign. They sign it. When you show up, you had your appointment. Hey, Mr. Johnson, I'm here for my appointment. I already signed a contract with Tino. That's happened before. We've been on the phone with the customer, walking them through the DocuSign, and their doorbell rings, and they're like, "Oh, that young gentleman is here. Just check out my house. Hey, don't worry about that. Just hold on." And they sign our contract. Then the gentleman walks in. He's like, "Oh yeah, well, I just literally, I'm on the phone with the seller. Like, I'm on the phone with the guy buying my house. He just bought it."
Hey, I got the right person in pocket right now, cause man, I ain't finna be doing that shit no more. Then I'm talking to Tino right now. I ain't looking back.
Here's the thing, man. If you're not gonna have that mentality that somebody's look, here's one thing that Grant Cardone says a lot, and my brother loves this quote: "Who's got my money?" Right? So these people got your money in essence, right? Sure, you're helping them with solving a problem, but they got your money. That's your meal ticket. That's your check. Now, if you sitting around and you're like, all right, I'm gonna go over at 3:00, I can't get there till 3 because I got some more phone calls to make, bro. Look, we spend all this time just trying to get somebody on the phone who's not gonna hang up on you, who's not gonna tell you to lose their fucking number, who's not gonna tell you, oh, I want full retail plus 15%. You get somebody that's right there, and you talking about, oh, I can't be there for 3 hours. Bitch, you better send them a DocuSign, get that sign on the spot. You know what I mean? You can always go back and say, hey, Mr. Johnson, you told me that this had this and this and this and this. Yeah, I'm gonna need to do some more work. You could look. Here's the thing. You can always
go for that price drop. Go for that price drop later.
There you go, and it's justifiable. So whenever I send out a contract, say, "Hey, Mr. Johnson, based on everything that you told me, to the best of your knowledge, correct? Right? This is where we're at." And if they say, "Oh, well, you're not gonna come here and try and change the price on me now, are you?" I'm gonna say, "Hey, look, Mr. Johnson, now I'm going on based off of everything you told me. I've written down the how much it's going to cost me for AC, for this, for that, because my process of asking questions is a little bit different than most people. When I ask questions, I'm doing the fact finding. I go room through room in the whole house asking, like I do like a virtual tour on the phone. I say, hey, what about this? What about the countertops? How much was that going to cost you? Did you ever redo the roof? No, I was going to do it when I did my taxes in 2012, but you know how that goes. You get the check and your nephew needs rims and da 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 da.
Your calls are kind of long when you're talking to the sellers.
Yeah, my calls are pretty long.
So yeah, so when you're talking, you're walking them through to close them all at one time.
All at one time. So when I talk to you on the phone, our cold callers at Call Geeks, shameless plug, www.callgeeks.com. They already talked to the customer, found out like how much kind of if they're interested in entertaining a cash offer and everything. They kind of warmed them up. So then when I call them, I'm like, yo, this is what they told me. You spoke to my colleague Maria. She said that it's a 5-bedroom, 2-3 bath, right? Correct, blah, blah, blah. And so I started asking questions. Hey, do you have about quick 15 minutes? So I just want to ask you some quick questions so I can give you the most accurate number, because I want to put as much money as I can in your pocket. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to ask you a few questions so I can put money in your pocket. Like I said, seems fair? Fair. Okay, cool. So then I started asking them, when's the last time you did the roof? I was going to do it when I was going to do my taxes a couple years ago. I got my tax money. I ended up having to spend it on a medical bill, whatever. Right? Okay. So did you end up getting a quote? Yes. They told me this much. Okay. And I write it down. I don't tell them I'm writing everything down. I go, hey, did you replace the tile? How old is this? The covers, blah, blah, blah. Did you get a quote? Yeah, it was this much. I start writing down all Mr. Johnson's numbers. So when it comes time for me to smack him in the mouth with the price anchor, he wants, in his mind, ARV is 300,000. He wants 300,000. I'm going to shoot him at 140,000. So when I'm going to shoot him at 140,000, right? He's going to, whoa. But this is how I'm going to justify it. I'm going to say, based on everything you told me it was going to cost me $7,000 for the roof. You told me the backyard was going to cost $5,000. You told me the cabinets was 4,500. You told me this is if you add all that together, shoot, I should be giving you 120,000. Now, these are all your numbers, Mr. Johnson. These are the numbers you gave me. Now, I don't know you too well, but just talking to you, I wouldn't peg you as a liar. Now, you would lie to me, right? He's gonna say, "Oh shit, how can he say that's like too low if those are the numbers he gave me, right?" It's justifying. So it's not like, oh, I'm trying to give you a low number because I'm just trying to take your money out of your pocket. I'm giving you a low number because I'm using the ammunition that you gave me to put in my gun. You see what I'm saying?
So look, because we're going, woo, you be going in. Man,
I talk too much, man.
You is, but you ain't. You know what I'm saying? I kind of want you to save a little something. You know what I'm saying? For these fire ass questions, I got these fire ass questions, man, but I can't get them out because you like a dragon. You burning this motherfucker up, man. I can't get the fire question out because you dropping way more fire than me. It's like shit. I don't even know if I can even ask this question because shit, you done went in.
I can answer this question. I'll be short and sweet.
The beginning phases of becoming a shark. That's a beginning phase, right? I want you to
100%.
Give us that inside scoop of how a person should know, you know, deep down inside that they're getting there to where that they're becoming a shark.
So for me, and I firmly believe in this, like sales training is not necessarily just sales training. Becoming a shark is a way of life. And by a way of life, I mean, it's all starts in here. It's confidence, right? It's the way you take pride in the way you look, the way you dress, the way you carry yourself, right? Whenever you walk in a room, people looking like, oh, who's this dude? He's standing up straight. He talks with you command respect. So for me, it came from being in the Army. I point like this. I don't point with my finger. I point like this.
You point like this.
I'm pointing like this. It's like, hey, it's over there. That's how I point. They call them scissor hands, karate hands. So like, it's a way of life. It's being confident. so I know that's kind of goofy, but yeah. So like, go Army, who? Yeah. So like, for me, it's just kind of like, it's the way you carry yourself. You're confident. Everything you do, you're sure of. Now, let's be honest, right? These people on the phone that you're talking to, they don't know that this is your first deal. They don't know that you just got motherfucked 5 times before you got them on the line. So let's be honest. You're the professional. You're supposed to be the professional. And I hate the words fake it till you make it. But in this situation, as a sales guy, you need to get with it because they can hear any inconsistencies in your voice. They can tell, just like how a dog can smell fear. They can smell you. They know like, hey, this guy is not really, I could push him around. And it comes to a point where if you're confident, because they do this once every 20, 10, 30 years, they sell their homes. Most people will only sell their homes once or twice in their whole lifetime. You're calling motherfuckers every single day trying to buy their house. So you're the professional, man. They're like a dog. You're taking them for a walk. You got to kind of steer them in the right direction. So for me, I look in the mirror every single day and I tell myself, you're amazing. I do believe in affirmations. I think it's kind of weird. Some people think it's kind of weird.
Well, I'm on them all day. I'm on them all day.
Some people think it's weird. I think speaking into existence is it. I tell my daughter,
I wake up listening to Bob Proctor.
Exactly. I do it to my son, to my daughter. I say, hey, who's amazing? You're amazing. Right. And then they say, who's amazing? I'm amazing, Daddy. Who's going to have a great day? I'm going to have a great day, Daddy. Right. It's always half full. It's never half empty. So with that kind of mentality, I feel like you really can't lose because let's be honest, man, most people, and it's not that I feel like I'm better than people because I'm not. It's just having that different outlook on life. Most people are negative. Why? Oh, this happened to me. This happened to me. Oh, it's not. Nothing ever happens to you. It happened because of you.
Yeah, but I'll be looking at it like, okay, when I see a bad situation, I say, okay, this right here happened, so this, so this right here can get me to right here where I'm at right now. You see what I'm saying? And that's
Mm-hmm.
another point to where that I'm gaining more strength. This was
Yep.
nothing but a workout. This was nothing but a
Mm-hmm.
strength.
It's training.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
training. So every time you have a quote unquote failure, it's not a failure. It's a lesson. You're learning something. So that next time you encounter it, you say, okay, this is how I'm supposed to maneuver through this. Because last time I went right when I should have went left, and it didn't fucking work out for me. But now I know in this situation, this is how I'm supposed to conduct myself. This is the move I'm supposed to make. So I mean, it's just all in here in your mind, and it's definitely in here. If you don't have self-worth, you're never going to be a shark. You're never
Right.
going to be. You don't need you should be able to pump yourself up. You don't need people to tell you, hey, great job, attaboy. I
Right.
don't give a damn who tells me I'm doing a great job, man.
Right.
I don't care. If I feel like I'm doing a great job, that's all that
Right.
matters to me. You know what I'm
So,
saying?
so I want to ask you this right here. What have been your best slash favorite marketing strategy to initiate contact with sellers thus far?
So okay, so here we go. This is all based on numbers, right? Actual factual numbers. So the most highest converting is obviously PPC. It's the most expensive lead, but it's
Mm.
the highest converting. I love PPC leads. You know why? Because those people are reaching
Yeah,
out to
yeah, that's
you
what I
to,
mean.
they're like, please buy me a house. These people showed up with a fucking mattress tied to their back, and they're ready to just fall back, lay down. In the sales world, if somebody's an easy sell, we call them a lay down. That's why I say, hey, these people showed up with a mattress on their back, they're ready to lay down. You know what I'm saying? So PPC is my favorite by hands down. But cold calling seems it's like tried and true and always works, man. It's that people factor. Cold calling, SMS is a good cheap one that you can get a good contact, because most people, millennials nowadays especially, they don't like to, they like get anxiety, they don't want to talk to people on the phone, they don't, like, it's weird, their phone rings and they ignore it, they'd rather, who is this?
Right,
So
right, right.
texting has a higher open rate as well. Texting has a way higher open rate. Lead
Okay.
Blast Pro for you guys too. So texting has a higher open rate than a number. So check this out. Here's a
Hey,
tip for you guys.
hey,
Here's
look,
a
look,
quick.
look, 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 look. Wait, bro. Hey, bro,
I was gonna drop a nugget on how they
bro,
can get somebody to pick up their phone.
bro, bro. Look, the next question: do all in-house systems built and designed for the real estate community? Bro, you won't let me get to it. I got bomb questions, bro. I got fire, bro. You know, I set up
Yeah,
all
you got good questions. You got
Bro,
good
I
questions.
set up all night thinking about this shit. Now you finna let me get these damn questions out and quit just telling all the shit before I get to the question.
Bro,
Bro,
I
it's
just started
people
talking and I
here
was just like,
watching, bro. They looking at me knowing that I'm gonna ask some good questions, and bro, I can't get them out because bro, you spilling the whole beans. You got the pot of beans, you just here, Loopy, and I'm like, bro. So you
okay. All
all
right.
the
All right, I promise I'm gonna do it the right way. All right. So do all in-house systems built, and here's the thing. So all in, right? Started out just like you guys. Just like you guys. A lot of you guys in the comment sections are just getting started, kind of looking there's this system, there's this system. And to be honest with you, these guys have tried it all. They've tried them all. And they took a little bit of this one and said, hey, I like what this one's doing. I like what this one's doing. I don't really like this part of this system, but I do like this part. And they were able to create some great systems. Allinmarketing.com has everything you need to get started from A to Z, not just courses, right? Not just courses.
Say that one more time.
Allinmarketing.com. So allinmarketing.com not just is gonna it's not just about selling people courses, right? It's got systems that you can actually use for marketing. So SMS, text blasting, RVMs, ringless voicemail, in case you don't know what that is, right? Voice broadcast systems, right? Also, they have direct mail, Turbo Letters. Turbo Letters is a great company that we use for direct mail postcards, right?
Mm-hmm.
And postcards, although they don't have a high conversion rate at the time you sell them, a lot of people, when you send them, a lot of people will keep that and put it on their fridge, on the side of the fridge with a magnet, or put it in the drawer right next to the fridge. And maybe not tomorrow, but maybe 6 months, 9 months from now, they're going to call you and say, hey, you know what? I found this. Are you guys still interested in buying my house? Shit, absolutely. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of a seed you plant for the long game. But we have leadblastpro.com, which does SMS, voice broadcast, as well as RBMs. We have direct mail, which is turboletters.com. We also have a couple other things in their development that are about to pop up real soon. That's going to be an all-in-one. Now, as far as data, right? Data is the foundation.
Yeah,
Is the foundation of your business.
$1. I heard y'all have $1, all in dollar. Is that true?
Okay, so All In Dollar is we're an affiliate. So because we have so much business that goes through us that we send to ZenCall, we told them, hey, if we send you people, can we give them a discount? You know, because a lot of people are just getting started. So they go to All In Dollar, which is essentially ZenCall, and they pay less than going to ZenCall. But we are working on something that's going to be
from our own in-house dollar. Yeah,
exactly.
That, but right now, hey, y'all can holla at the allinmarketing.com and y'all can actually go through their system to get the dollar for the vote. And
I'm going to tell you guys one thing. This is something, so like we don't really endorse services that we don't use. So like all these services that I'm telling you about are stuff that we use day in, day out. Like that, and we're locking up, 35, 45, sometimes 55 deals a month, like month in, month out. So
wait. Okay, just stop. All right, wait a minute, because he's throwing up all my questions. So just stop. Yeah, breathe. Just chill. All right, everybody, hold on. He said 50 deals a month. Let's just take that in real quick. Everybody breathe. Yeah, he said about 50 deals a month. Let me gather my thoughts on it because I'm like, okay, 50 deals. I need to be getting that in. Like, yeah, 50 deals. Okay, so 50 deals. Wow. Let me ask this. What are your strong points when it comes to putting systems in place to automate a real estate business? Because that's the only way you can get to 50 deals a month.
Absolutely. So the way to do it, first of all, is your foundation. Data is key. Data is the bloodline of your business, as you've heard Sal Shakir say it, right? Data is the most important thing, because let's say you get this data, right? You buy cheap data. You buy cheap skip tracing because you're like, hey, I'm going to save $600 or $800 if I do this. I buy the cheap one. Then I start spending money on text blasting, on cold calling, on RBMs, on direct mail, all on this inaccurate shit data. Then what do you think is going to come out of it, right? So this is the foundation. You always, as a recommendation,
I just say doodles, just shit stain.
Yeah, you will get more shit stain. You put shit in, shit out, right? So the most important thing is getting your data right. So you find a data provider. A good one that we use is needtoskip.com. Need to Skip only uses TransUnion based data. Top of the line.
So break that down for those that don't know. Are you able to see the comments? Because I keep kind of going between.
I'm looking. Okay, so should I go to the YouTube and look at the comments?
No. So what I'm doing, I'm just going. Yeah, I'm just going. Just go ahead, finish talking, finish telling me. I'm just going to kind of click.
Okay. So, so what happens is Need to Skip uses TransUnion based data. So like there's 3 credit bureaus, right? There's Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. They're bureaus that are reported, right? They're reported. Oh, see, he likes my style. So they're reported monthly, right? By creditors, by doing hard pulls on your credit report, right? So what happens is every time you go get a cell phone, let's say you get a cell phone, you fill out that app, your name, your current address, employer, the same way like you do when you go to apply for an apartment or a mortgage or a credit card. You put your information in. Every time you put your information in, you'll get an update. Sometimes people get like Credit Karma updates and stuff like that. Sign up for that. You'll get an update that says, hey, a new employer has been reported on your credit bureau. Okay, so that's accurate. It happens on the spot, okay? And it gets updated for everyone around the world who pulls your credit. They know that. So needtoskip.com pulls that most recent data on your credit bureau and uses that to give you skip tracing information. So it is super accurate. It's fucking accurate. So
So that's so when somebody say we got credit bureau skip tracing, that's what they talking about.
yep, yep. It's the most accurate data you can get. So once we get that data, you know, a lot of collection agencies use that, and you know, when those motherfuckers call, they call it. So you know, it's good data. So once you get that good data, then you start marketing, and that's when you start putting that layer over it. Now the systems are going to help you automate because you're going to do, like, for us, 40% of our deals, 40% about every single month come from follow up. So we have a system. We have a podio that was created by Sal Shakir, by taking a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and making it his own, to the point where it's by the wholesaler for the wholesaler. It's got automated touch, like follow up, like a drip campaign, where Mr. Johnson, you're not interested. Okay, we'll check back in 6 months or whatever. Every 2 weeks, or you can set it for 3 weeks, or however you want to set your campaign. We'll send them a text. Hey, Mr. Johnson, just want to follow up, see how you're doing, see if you've given it any more thought to sell the property. Man, you won't believe how many times we'll just get a text message and the seller is like, whoop, yeah, I'm ready now. Shit, 6 months later, you ready?
Right, so, right. I'm ripping on something right now from this time last year.
Exactly. So if your follow-up game is whack, you're not gonna get that. So we, in that system, that it's been automated to automatically do the follow-up for you, to set reminders. Now, a lot of people in here, when they're first getting started, they don't got money to spend on a CRM or shit like that. So they end up doing like a Google Sheets, right? And that's kind of hard to get through your Control F and trying to find phone numbers and names and stuff. And you forget, especially once you start getting more leads, it start going down. So you forget who you need to call. This takes all the guessing out of it. When you log into your Podio, you log into Hercules, you log in, it says, boom, Loopy. Today, you need to call this guy back, this guy's from last week. He's hot. You put the temperature. You know, it lets you know what your game plan is, your time to attack. Because, hey, no matter how much money you have in the world, one thing that we can never buy back is time. So the more time we got, the less. Usually people that got a lot of time got what? They got a little bit of money. People that got a lot of money usually don't got time for shit. So the way you're going to make more money is by utilizing and spacing out your time and using every ounce of minutes you have in that day to be able to maximize everything. Like when I was an acquisitions manager, I used to break down everything, like my timeline. Sometimes I'd be like, hey, I'm not going to fucking lunch until I get a deal. Until I get a deal. And I would sit there and I would stand there at my standing desk. I'd raise it and I'd be dialing until I got a fucking deal. And that's what saves all the headache of remembering to call people.
At the All-In office?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. As far as a quick question that I wouldn't, that's not even in here. As far as the being in the All-In office, is there like a space to where like everyone is calling in one area, or everybody kind of have their own area? Because I kind of want to kind of picture, like, is there?
Okay. Picture this. Have you ever seen the movie Wolf of Wall Street?
Man, I just watched it for the first time this year, and man, that movie was woo.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Boiler Room? You just seen the movie Boiler Room? That's a good movie too. That's an old school movie. It's in the early 90s. It's about like selling stocks, and it's a bullpen. And we had this in the car business too. You walk in and it's open and there's people on the phones and it's going crazy. You walk in our office and everyone's energy is crazy. Everyone's on the phone, dialing, hey, and you know, I'm on the phone, I'm walking around, I'm doing this, like, you know, and it's, the energy's crazy. So people feed off of people's energy. Now, let's be honest. Like if I'm sitting around with people that are just lazy, right? They're just chilling, like just doing their dials, not really energetic. Then no matter how hard I want to be a leader and not a follower, eventually a bird of a feather is going to flock together. So what happens is when people start being around other high energy individuals that are, you know, vibrating at a super high frequency, then they're going to be like, oh shit, like this is, I need to keep up. It's not even keeping up with the Joneses. It's like, hey, I like this. I like it's exciting, right? Time passes by.
Right. Yeah. The tempo is right.
Right. And that's how it is in our office. You walk in and everyone's on the phones. Everyone's, you know, no one's really talking about, like, me and my brother, we work side by side, and I'm going to be honest with you, we don't talk about girls. We don't talk about movies that's coming out. We don't talk about like video games and shit that's pop. Like when we're working, it's like, hey, like where the fuck are you gonna get this nigga's deal from?
Straight
Like
up.
where's it at?
So,
Yeah,
so,
like
so y'all kind of be competing with each other.
yeah.
Like,
So he works under me now. He
like,
works under me now. But when we were both acquisitions managers, man, let me tell you, we were bumping heads. But yeah, like the way it works is now, you know, I'm the older brother and he works under me and I've taught him a lot of things and you know, I'm learning stuff from him still to this day because he's a great I told him today, I said, hey man, when he got off the phone, I said, you could have done this better, you could have do this. And my brother, although he's a prideful motherfucker, he listens and he knows like, hey, I only have the best interests in heart for him. I want to make him more money. That's it. So he listens and he takes it and he's like, okay, well, maybe I should have done this or damn, this light's bright. He's like, yo, I should have done this. You know, how can I do this? And he takes the, you know, the constructive criticism and applies it. So my brother is always looking to get better, and that's how you should be. Once you think you've arrived and you're the best closer and you're King Kong and nobody's got shit on you, and that's when you're gonna start failing, man. Because there's always somebody who's stronger than you.
So, what are one of your core values?
So we have core values in our company, right? Integrity, loyalty, selfless service. A lot of them I feel like come from the military as well, because Sal was in the service as well. So you have to look at certain things, right? So people over profit is one thing that you know, our group says, our camp says a lot, because people is more important than profit. We've done deals before, believe it or not, where shit's gone sideways and we still make a deal and we don't make $1 on it, but we helped a person out.
Right.
And that is more important than anything, because that's longevity, man. And I'm a true believer in karma, and what you do comes back to you. So one of the core values is selfless service. It's serving people. It's being of service to somebody without putting yourself first. So if I'm going to help somebody out, I'm going to put their needs above mine, because I know in the end it's going to come back around. So loyalty, selfless service, and, you know, respect.
Okay. What would it take to come of such like all-in entrepreneur putting together a solid team?
So to put together a solid team, you have to be one thing and one thing only to start: a leader, right? You have to be able to walk the talk. I can't be led by somebody who I think is stupid, who I don't think is that guy. You know what I mean? So for you to put together a team, you have to be able to provide ample amount of opportunity for them, leads. So if you're not providing them leads, I mean, what are you providing them? You know, leadership, to be able to guide them when they have questions, when they have problems, and the ability to teach somebody. Being the best closer in the world doesn't mean shit if you can't replicate yourself, if you can't help somebody else learn the trade.
Yeah,
And I told my brother, you know, when I got him into sales, and I remember, man, and he's probably gonna he's not gonna get mad about this. I actually made him cry before in front of people. In front of sales, I made him cry before, because for me, you know, nobody cares more about your money than you, right? So for me, he's my little brother, and he's worked for me in different places, different dealerships, and I fucked with his money before because he wasn't paying attention, he wasn't listening to me and following directions. I fucked with his money. I mean, if he wasn't doing something right, I would say, hey, you, Johnny, come here. Here, you're taking over this deal now. Randy, get the fuck off. You didn't listen to what I told you to do. And he's like, well, that's my money. Well, no, it's my money. It's our money. Now, if we can make more money by doing it the way I'm telling you, and you still don't want to do it, then I'm going to have somebody else do it. So,
y'all work together. It seems like y'all worked together for a long time. Like your brother, like that. It's like Batman and Robin for real.
Oh, we're jailed. We're right here. We're all the way. We're like my brother says stuff like when he says something, he knows what I would tell him to say. Like he knows what I would tell him to say, and he already knows what I like. He won't come to me with some stupid shit, like some stupid question. Oh, well, this person's saying this, or can we do this? Like he knows. Fuck no, we can't do that.
Right.
But this is what we can do. You see what I'm saying? So like my brother already knows because we've been together. We're like people think we're twins, but at the end of the day, you know, it's all about grooming and being able to teach somebody. That's how you're going to build a team to be able to be a leader and to be able to replicate yourself. Because people that want to be led by you want what you have. They want to join that journey with you. And if you can't teach them, then you're not going to show them anything that's going to want to keep them to stay. Are there any new tools that will be applied to your business model?
Yeah, are there any new tools that you will be applying to your business model for the last quarter of this year to bring in the new year? Already gaining more momentum on the thought process of the bid of the application of the tool that needs to be applied to the new business model.
So for us, like everything that we've been doing has been working. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Of course, you know, people have been affected by COVID, but you know, it's been a little bit.
Oh,
what?
Bro,
next question: how has COVID affected your? Oh shit! Okay.
Great mind thinking. So I can't like my question is like back to back. So it's like we done the interview and like this is what I wanted to do. I say, man, let's go over the interview together, and I want to go over the questions so you kind of know what I'm gonna ask you. He like, nah, you got it. Man, you got it. So now
man, just go ahead. Shoot from the hip, man.
It's like I'm reading his mind. Everything he want to say, I already have it as a question.
Yep. Well, that's how you know you asking good questions, I guess. Or I talk too fucking much.
I'm asking the right questions, man, because the questions that I have next is leading. Bro, I got some things going on. You just fuck with your boy, right? You ain't got no choice.
So for us, right? Virtual deal. Like now is the time. If it was ever a time to be virtual, it's absolutely now. Because people, you know, people are funny about this shit. People are kind of weird. You know, they don't want to get sick. They don't want to expose themselves, and that makes sense. You know, with all due respect, you know, not everyone feels that way, but some people do. And so, being virtual has helped so many people. And there's people that are like, oh, well, a lot of old people don't want to do virtual. They're old school handshake. Bro, I done walked.
I'm pulling up on they old ass.
Yup. Give me you got a smartphone or a dumb phone? They got smartphones.
Hey, boy, they know they paranoid right now. They ain't going nowhere. So I'm going to visit the old people, boy.
Exactly. And I mean, as long as you're you know what questions to ask, you know how to navigate the how to kind of dictate the conversation, you're going to be fine. So a lot of people that never did virtual before are getting into virtual.
So as far as the all in gang and the group of individuals that's acquisitions and stuff over there, I want to know, as far as last year, were y'all going on more appointments last year than this year?
I would say yeah. I can say yeah. Yeah, we were doing a lot more appointments.
Okay, but last year y'all were heavy on going on appointments.
We weren't heavy. We weren't heavy at all.
Last year,
we've never been heavy on appointments. Like I said, if you go into appointments, it means you can't close over the phone. And but you will get people that are like, hey, I need to see who I'm talking to. I want to shake your hand. Hey, by all means, I'm going now. Okay.
But the main thing is to get it locked up on the phone, and now more than ever, as far as applying tools to the business model, it's straight virtual. Everything virtual.
Yeah, everything virtual. I mean,
the virtual tour, like if you needed to tour the house, everything is just straight virtual. So that's what the new tool is.
Absolutely, man. Taking those pictures. I mean, getting, and that goes into our disposition process and all that stuff. And here's the thing: everything's completely automated in our system. That our seller lead comes in, we send a contract from there. They sign it. It comes directly back into our Hercules system, our CRM system. Then we send it to title company directly from there. Open escrow, like it's all done there. Like it's everything is done in house. So you can essentially do a deal in half a day if you wanted to, from start to finish.
So, have the coronavirus affected the real estate business at all?
At, at, at first, people were kind of scared because they weren't 100% sure. They weren't 100% sure of what was going to happen. It's an uncertainty, right? You don't know what's happening. How long are we going to be shut down for? Is this shit really that crazy where people going to just go be dying on the street? There's a whole lot of stuff that people didn't know. Like, hey, am I going to lose my job? Am I going to? There's just a whole lot of unknowns. So at first, I'm not going to lie, it was a little worrisome. But we just have to adapt and figure out. Okay, well, a lot of people now more than ever need their equity. They need that equity. They need to cash out and have a little nest egg because let's be honest, about 82% of America, I think it is, in 2018, the census said that they live check to check. So a lot of people don't have savings. They can't afford to be out of a job for 30, 60, 90 days. People are waiting for 2 weeks to get their next check. You know what I'm saying? They got
So,
more month than they do got check.
so are y'all only doing wholesale deals, or y'all doing creative deals also?
We're doing creative financing. We're doing fix and flips. Shouts out to Jaden Pudney. He's taking down properties. Like we're taking down properties and they're rehabbing them. Sometimes wholesaling them. Painting carpet back on the market. Some of them are more extensive rehabs, but we're doing everything that we can to make money. Right. So at the end of the day, what matters is making money and helping people out in the process. So it's whatever way makes sense. Like there's deals where we can do a quick flip, quick wholesale on and make 30,000, or we can give it a Pudney to massage it and to Jonathan to massage it, list it, and now we got a $70,000 spread.
Okay, so Jonathan, he's all in. He's an in-house realtor.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't know that, but I got a chance
Yeah.
to.
So like, here's the thing, right? We have a whole ecosystem built up. So like, if a lead comes in and they're not necessarily budging, right? There's subject to, there's this, there's that, or hey, we mark it as retail lead. Boom, get sent to our real estate team. So then our agent team, they handle that. And then they go on listing appointment. They get the listing.
It don't go to the creative person first. It's
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. But
to the cash person first.
mm-hmm.
And if they ain't budging on that deal, y'all will send them through a channel where it go to the creative deal creator.
Yep.
And then
we're gonna try and squeeze every penny we can from that. So we can get the highest ROI on a marketing channel.
Okay, so everybody going through a whole system. If they ain't getting hit,
every possible outcome is exhausted. Yeah, and we don't just say, "Oh, I'm not interested." Okay, bye. Dead the lead. It's dead. No, spend money on that lead.
Exactly what they want to get the deal. So and that's awesome. That's super awesome. So man, that's super awesome right there. Having that real estate agent and stuff on board in house. So that's awesome. Now, can you tell us what it took to do the 33 deals in a month and a half? Like what did you have to do? Like break it down.
Okay, so like me coming from the car business, and I trained a lot of salespeople on tenacity. So like in the car business, like it was pretty rough. Like when I had salespeople, I had a sales team, and it was like really cutthroat. If you finished last on the totem pole, like we were having shitty months or something. If you finished last on the totem pole that month, you were fired. You're fired. It's like, that's it. So for me, I had to come in and I'm like, dude, I got to prove myself, because they had a junior acquisitions and an acquisition system, and they never put anybody in like just straight into acquisitions. Like you always started as a follow-up guy, and then you kind of built your way up after 6 months, 8 months.
All in.
Yeah, and I came in and
all in haven't even been in business that long. Am I correct?
Yeah, for 3 years, 4 years.
That ain't that long. Shit,
it ain't that long. You're right.
To be able to have people to go through that process, that mean everybody was kind of moving pretty quickly. That was a part of the all-in game.
Yeah. So it's a process, and so like they took a chance on me to let me go in straight out the gate and start doing my thing, and it worked out. So for me, like I have a process when I'm calling people. So here's the thing: if I get an unknown call, for me it's money, so I'm picking it up. But most people, if it's an unknown caller, they're not going to pick up that first call, right? Now you call them 2 times, they'll be like, "Who's this person calling me back to back?" And I mean 2 times, not like once. Now I'm gonna call you back in 2 hours. No, I call you, you don't answer, it goes voicemail. Okay, hang up, press the green button. I'm calling you back again. You don't answer that time.
Telling people wait 30 seconds to a minute, then call them right back. But you hang up, call them right back.
Fuck no, I call them right back. So I call them right back. They don't answer. At that point, they're at dinner or whatever. They're with somebody. They're like, "Oh, who's this person calling me again?" And then now the third time, if I call 3 times in a row, because I'm gonna call you three times in a row. I got this process called 3-2-1 system. 3-2-1 system. I learned it in the car business, kind of tweaked it a little bit. So I'm gonna call you 3 times in a row. If you don't answer, I'm not gonna leave you a voicemail. I'm not gonna text you. Okay. But for the most part, when people get 3 phone calls in a row from the same number, they think, "Oh shit, this might be an emergency. It might be somebody calling about my kid. Who knows?" So they're gonna pick up the phone.
And then what you say?
And I say, "Hello? Hey, I'm glad I caught you." And they're like, "Who?"
Hello, wait.
Yeah. They're like, "Who is this?" "Hey, how you doing, Mr. Johnson? This is Tino with All In. The reason for my call is you recently said that you were interested in selling your house. I want to put a bunch of money in your pocket. Does that sound like something you're interested in?"
Shit, that's what you hitting them with?
Yeah. And they're like, "Oh shit."
I'm talking about just like that. You sound like
just like that
commercial or infomercial or something. So that's how you hit. So
you just put me on the spot right now, and I just hit you. Bam.
My energy.
So I hit him like, no, bro. Nobody's gonna say I'm not interested. I'm not interested in you putting money in my pocket. Who the fuck is gonna say no to that? Now, when you say yeah, well, what do you mean? Okay, so you talk to Maria. Now, just before we start, do you have 10 to 15 minutes real quick? Because I want to ask you a couple questions about the property, just to make sure that I can get the most money in your pocket. Is that fair? Yeah, that's fair. All right, cool. So I'm gonna start asking you questions, and I go into my call. So that's
the most money in their pocket with the lowest price you can possibly give them for the property.
They don't know that shit.
The most in their pocket by giving them the least amount that you can possibly give them.
No. I know the most amount I can possibly give them. I don't know.
The most in their pocket at the least amount of money you can pay for the property.
Of course, because there's a happy medium.
We need to put that in the statement.
Yeah. You know what a good deal is?
Tino.
Luffy, you know what a good deal is? A good deal is perceived, right? It's a good deal. If somebody feels like they got a good deal on something, hey, more power to you. But this is what a good deal is. When value exceeds price. So if I give you so much value in my service, so much value that you're willing to take less money for your property because you feel like I've done so much for you, then that's a good deal. So that's what we aim. Yeah, that's what we aim to do every time is give so much value. Hey, shit, look, I'll tell you, this is a true story. A lot of our acquisitions managers, and this happened to me too, have talked to people that were offered $250,000, but they took my $220,000 because they liked me, because I made the process enjoyable, and they liked me. So a good deal is when value exceeds price. When you give them the value, bro, the price don't even fucking matter. Like I said, 80% building rapport, fact funding, 20%, even 15% is just the price.
So are you drinking coffee or drinking energy drinks? Like what are you doing?
San Pellegrino.
Oh man, bro, you just like me with the looping water down there, huh?
I know you drink that pana, right?
Right.
Aqua pana.
That's all I drink. That's all I drink. I'm trying to get a water. I got to get a water deal with these people, man.
You need to get a fucking sponsorship.
Bro, I'm on them right now. So like for that, okay, so 3, 2, 1. So I call you 3 times, you don't answer. That's in the morning time. When I come in, I get leads. In the morning time, I'm gonna call you 3 times, you don't answer. Okay, like around lunchtime, I'm gonna call you 3 times again. So in the 3, 2, 1 process, the 3 times is the calls, 3 sets of 3 calls. 2 times is 2 forms of text, whether it's text and email. And then the last one is a voicemail. So here it goes. Here's my
when I get a lead, this is what I do throughout the day. I come in the morning, Mr. Johnson, 123 Main Street. I call him. Don't answer. Hang up. Call him again. Don't answer. Hang up. Call him again. He didn't answer. Okay, so I go in there, call 3 times, NA, didn't leave voicemail, right? And I put a reminder, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock p.m., call back, boom. So then 1 o'clock rolls around. By then I'm working on other leads. 1 o'clock rolls around. So I call Mr. Johnson, boom, doesn't answer. Call him again, doesn't answer. Usually on the third time, that's 6 calls in a matter of like what, 5 hours, 6 hours? Somebody's picking up the phone. Now, if he doesn't pick up that phone at that moment in time, I'm sending him a text. Hey, Mr. Johnson, this is Tino. I'm trying to reach you because you spoke to Maria about your property at 123 Main Street. I got great news for you. I need you to call me as soon as you possibly can. Great news, right? Now, what fucking news I got from him?
Hold on.
News I got.
Hold on. All right. Yeah, you reached Loopy. Leave a message at the beep. Beep.
I'm not leaving a voicemail. Not yet. I'm not leaving a voicemail. That's the second set of calls. So I'm not leaving a voicemail. So if they didn't pick up on the 6th call, I would send them a text message. So now they know who I am, why I'm calling. So this is Tino.
That's the text message.
Yep, the text message. This is Tino. I'm calling you because I'm trying to get in touch with you. I got great news. You spoke to Maria about the property on 123 Main Street. Great news. Call me back as soon as possible.
You just leaving all that suspense like that.
Yeah. So they're like, oh shit.
House, period.
Yeah, they're like, what kind of news this motherfucker got from me? Like, I didn't even spoke to this dude. I spoke to his assistant colleague. So they usually call you back on the spot. They call you back. Or they say, hey, call me at 7. I'm ready. And then you call them at 7. Or if they don't answer, then 4:30, 5 o'clock rolls around. I set a reminder. I'm calling them again 3 times. That's 9 fucking times I called them. 9 times. I sent them a text message after the 2nd call. On the 3rd call, I'm leaving a voicemail. And then that voicemail, then I'm saying, hey, Mr. Johnson, I tried like a crazy stage 5 clinger ex-girlfriend to get a hold of you today. I'm trying to put this money in your pocket. You spoke to Maria about your property on 123 Main Street. I'm extremely interested in putting an offer on that property. Please give me a call back at 1234 blah, blah, blah. I really want to buy your home. Call me back ASAP. If I don't hear from you today, I'm going to be doing the same thing tomorrow. I need to get in touch with you. And I just hang up.
Hold on, wait.
So,
hold on, man.
Here it is. And the reason, let me tell you why this works. The reason why this works is because I tell you, hey, if I don't hear from you today, I'm gonna call you back. So there's no, because this is what happens, right? We play it cool. When we call somebody, but hey, Mr. Johnson, this is Tino. I'm trying to buy your property, blah blah. Please give me a call back. So this is what happens when you do that. You're playing tennis. You hit the ball in their court. Now they got control. When you say call me back when you get a chance, now you can't call them again because then you look like a weirdo because you just told me. I just told you to call me back. Now, if I say, hey, I'm going to give you a call back like around 7 or 8 o'clock if I don't hear from you. If you free up before then, give me a call. So it tells you, hey, you better fucking call me because I'm going to call you back.
That's just like setting an appointment. Hey, what work best for you tomorrow? 12 or 1. That's basically kind of like
you're giving the options. So you're making them feel like they're picking their fate. But you're really just guiding them. So yeah, so the 3-2-1 process, that's what really works. It's worked in the car business.
Do you have that written down and put like on the?
I have it on a piece of paper, on a slide, and stuff like that. So every salesperson that I train, beneath me, Kai, my brother, whatever, all the other salespeople, like I tell them, like, do you have to do it? If they're saying like, oh, I can't get in touch with them, I said, did you 3-2-1 them? And if they're like, no, then I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And if they did, then I know, okay, they did everything in their power to exhaust that lead. So there's 2 things that are either going to happen. Mr. Johnson's going to call me back and say, hey, man, you got the wrong fucking number. Stop calling. Then I got the wrong number. Or 2, he's going to call me back and be like, I want an offer on my house. Let me hear the good news you got. So then I just say, hey, here's the great news, Mr. Johnson. Every month I'm allocated a certain amount of money to buy houses. We're towards the end of the month and I have enough money to buy your home. I want to put an offer on your property. So let me ask you some questions. Blah, blah. See what I'm saying? So like, here's the great news. I'm interested in buying your property. So it's not like I'm making them feel like I'm begging them to buy their property. Great news. I'm here to put an offer on your property. I'm here to help you.
Right.
You're not helping me. I'm helping you.
Exactly.
Shit, if you're not going to sell me your house, somebody else will.
Straight like that. So, with that being said, as far as what market are y'all liking the best?
Phoenix is the easiest for us.
Okay.
Phoenix is easiest. But, a lot of people, I'll say this, a lot of people in the Midwest and the East Coast, a lot of times, like, they like to go for California, for Florida. The reason being is, and this makes sense, Chris the Shark actually said this not too long ago. It made sense to me 100%. So like any realtor can attest to this, any salesperson. You can't make $50,000 wholesaling a $50,000 house. You see what I'm saying? So like our average price out here is 200 grand plus. So, you're not gonna take somebody's head on a 200 grand home. You're not gonna make it's rare to make a $180,000 assignment fee. How's that even possible? So a lot of people, they get into these markets where they're making 3,000, 5,000, 2,000 assignment fees. Now they all matter, right? They're all money. But let's be honest, who wants to deal with the headache of a wholesale deal? Because it can be a headache for fucking $2,500.
And it can burn you out too.
Yeah, and that takes me to another thing. When you said building a team, how can you build a team? You're only allowed a certain amount of bandwidth. Realistically speaking, as one person, how many deals can you possibly effectively? And by effectively, I mean maximize. You can probably do like 3 to 4 deals a month from start to finish, dealing with sellers, dealing with escrow title companies, dealing with walking the property with buyers. It's hectic. So let's say you can do 3 to 4 deals a month. Now you're going to be there. You're always going to be there. Now you can maximize those deals. And let's say you're in a market where you can make $20,000 a deal on average. So now you're making 80 grand a month, right? 80 grand a month. You're at 960 grand. So you're not hitting that million mark. So what do you have to do? You have to automate, systemize, train people, hire people, train people, and then delegate. And that's why there's leaders in our company. You have a sales director, you have a business development director, you have a business sales director. You know what I mean? So like for me, even though I started off as an acquisition manager, I kind of proved myself to be kind of an asset to where I can be a leader. I can train people. I can have people under me and be self-sustaining. And that they gave me a shot when I was able to book Grant Cardone to come to the podcast. I negotiated that deal and got him here. And
you closed Grant Cardone to come on the podcast, man.
So I negotiated with his Tino at his company. His name is Jared Glant. So like he's the right hand man. Like I'm the gatekeeper, man. Like when people want mentorship with Carlos one-on-one, they want with Alex, with Sal to join the high level masterminds. Like they talk to me, they don't even talk to them. Like I'm the one who sets the pricing on everything. I'm the one who negotiates. I'm the one who talks to you to see if you're even there yet. Because just because you got the money don't mean you're ready for all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. We would be bad people to take money from people and set you up for failure if you're not ready, truly. Okay. So, I'm the guy, a friend of mine that I met in the car business, he got out of the car business and he had contacts with over there at Cardone Capital. And he said, hey man, like I told him, damn dude, like it would be awesome to get him on our podcast. He's like, hey, you know what, bro? Like you've always been solid with me, blah, blah. I helped him with crypto back in the day a little bit. And he saw like what I did. And he's like, yo, bro, let me plug you in. So he plugged me in, put me in a group chat with him. I started chatting back and forth with him. And, I I negotiated that deal, and it was a good deal for us. Um,
Wonderful,
and
wonderful.
without putting numbers out, we paid like 10% of what my buddy paid. Just because I went back and forth with them and didn't take no for an answer, and it ended up good. And we got Grant Cardone, who's one of the godfathers of sales, to come, and that kind of like, I think the guys kind of had more trust in me to handle more high profile negotiations, and that's kind of how it goes now. So like, if somebody wants to do one-on-one mentorship with Carlos, which is limited seating, like it's limited, and it's one-on-one, true one-on-one, not some shit where you got a Zoom call with fucking 200 people and you got to wait 2 weeks to ask your question. Like, this is a legit one-on-one thing. Like, you got to go through me. I talk to you. We kind of build a relationship, because it's not all about business with this. It's a full mentorship. It's not business coaching. It's a mentorship. So he goes over mindset, spirituality. He goes over your foundation, who you are as a person, your home, everything that I was telling you about is confidence. It's in here. It's in here. He talks about that stuff. He talks about how you can dominate your market, how it gives you an instant plan. And just, I mean, we got 17-year-old kids making six figures. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's crazy.
man, I'm glad you brought that up, because man, I couldn't, man, my little nephew, he's 15, probably 16 now, and I was trying to get him his first deal closed before the end of the school year, but man,
Beautiful.
he wouldn't stay out of trouble. He,
Well, see, here's the thing, man. Here's the
he
thing. When
stayed out of trouble,
when
so he kept getting
me and when me and you were that age, like, we didn't have people, I'm sure, telling us, "Hey, this is how you can, better yourself. This is how you can get yourself out of your environment." Most people become products of their environment because that's all they know.
I showed him the podcast with the little homie, with the young homie that y'all had on there, and
Jacob Blank.
yeah, he was like, Unc, I'm ready, Unc, I'm ready, but man, he just kept getting in trouble, and that tore us apart from being able to make that happen, man. He just couldn't stay out of trouble, man. It bothered me to this day, because I had his headset and everything. He was editing my YouTube videos and stuff, man. I was really ready to get him his first check, and I know how easy it was. He like 6'1" or something like that. Sound like Barry White, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
shit.
10 years old.
Well, he
So
sounds more mature.
right. So man, I'm like, oh man, bro, you finna kill it. Watch this video right here. Watch this YouTube video with this kid right here. Showed it to him, and if I could have just kept
Well,
his
here's the thing, man. Like, the youth, right? The kids, like younger generations, like,
no, no, no,
they
no,
don't
no,
have.
no, no, no. Stop. Wait. All right, wait. Woo, wait. All right. Just cool off real quick. What are the vacations like when the whole all in are in one place?
Bruh. Okay, so we have a great time, man.
I know it's relaxing. I see.
It's it, yeah, it's definitely like, it's weird because, like, a lot of times, when you spend so much time with people at work or whatever, you kind of, you want to distance yourself. In normal jobs, you're like, you know what, I just saw you fucking 6 days in a row. Like, I don't want to see your fucking face till next week. But it's not like that with these guys. You know what I mean?
You're getting so
Like
much money, huh, man?
Alex is like, yo, let's go to Sedona. Let's do a guys trip. We
Sedona.
we hop in the Sprinter. Sedona's up north. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. If you go to, like, Alex practically fucking lives there, man. He knows every single good spot in Sedona. It's crazy. Like, dude, I'm telling you, Loopy, you go, you see the views, like the mountains are red, like, it's crazy. It's magical. Like this. What's that?
It's in Arizona.
Yeah, it's in Arizona. It's
Okay.
like an hour and a half away. You got to check it out. Like, Google it, Sedona. I mean, it's beautiful. It's like
Some leads. I think I put some leads. So it's like going towards a place called White Castle, something like
White Tanks. White Tanks.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so White Tank Mountains are on the west, and then, like, it's up north. Like, it's up north, like going towards, like, Flagstaff, up that way. So
Okay.
it's a very beautiful place, and the guys will take us out and they show us a good time, and more than anything, they're teaching you something. So you're learning something, whether it's about mindset, whether it's about business, whether it's something. And it's crazy because when, like, the other day, I saw Carlos and I saw him in the hallway, and he was talking to one of the camera guys, the production guys, and I walked up to him and he's like, "Yo, how are you? What's going on, baby?" I'm like, "Hey, yada yada yada, boom 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 boom, yada yada. We talked for like maybe 5 minutes, but in those 5 minutes, we got so much done, like a plan in place, how we're gonna do it, what checkpoints, like just fucking like business, like straight to the point, like boom, plan, execute, boom, bye, holla at your boy, boom, love you, like, boom, as you were, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
Hey, that's one of
it's
them
just,
powwow meetings. Like it was
yeah, it's crazy.
powwows.
Like some of our meetings and our best ideas go like are just like us chilling, and then also like, whoa, why don't we do this? And Carlos is like this, and then Alex is like this, and Sal's fucking a genius. He's like, oh, well, this is what we need to do, and it's like boom, fast. And then some of their meetings were just like very long. But all in all, our vacations together, like I traveled with Carlos so much as last year. I'm the right hand man, so like everywhere he goes, I'm going with him. You know, where he's going to go speak over here, or I got him a gig here. We go, and like we went to Cancun last year for a week. Me, Carlos, and a camera guy. Man, we had a blast, man. Let me tell you, man, when I tell you this boy can eat, this boy can eat. I'm talking about we eat dinner, go back to the room. He's ordering room service. He's ordering room service like it's a fucking buffet, man. Like like
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
But all in all, man, it's a tight knit family, man. It's like everyone is always in tune with each other, and it's just
That's very important.
it's weird, man. It's almost weird because when I first got to them, even I love telling a story. Adrian, when I first got there, man, he just said, "Hey, man, like we're blessed to have you here, and you know, like I can't wait to see you in action, and you know, you're bringing so much value to the team and all that stuff, bro. I come from the car business. When somebody's saying shit like that, and they're being nice to you, and like, you know, it's kind of like, oh, what are you trying to like?
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, the
Like
fuck is going on here?
like, oh no, bro. People like,
Yep. I
ice like
remember
that. Like what? I got
I
watch.
remember texting my brother. I'm like, yo, I told my brother, I said, yo, bro.
You be thinking like you almost happy. You crafty. I'm watching.
Yeah. I'm like, this dude really smart. He on some next level smart shit, like devious. I told my brother, I'm like, yo, bro, I don't know what's going on, bro. Like, I'm closing deals, and this guy's like literally like, man, like, you know, being nice, and I don't know if like he's got some sort of ulterior motive. What the fuck is going on here?
Your
And I'm
way.
like, bro, I remember telling my brother, I said, I don't know, I said, I don't know about this dude, but I'm like, I'm just gonna keep my eye on him. Bro, these guys are genuinely just good fucking people. Like they want people to win. In the car business, in normal sales, it's cutthroat. Like they fucking hate on you if you're making a good check. They hate on you if you know, oh, that could have been me. That could have been me. But like in our group, everyone's nice.
That's what made me reach out to you because we really don't know each other like that personally.
Mm-hmm.
But we've been around each other like once or whatever, and from like where I stand, like you've been more the supportive, like anything I got going on, you giving me thumbs up and stuff like that.
Yeah, because you're helping people.
And giving me positive vibes, man. And a lot of people be thinking that people be getting money and they're cap on you, and that's not necessarily true. A lot of people have humble beginnings, humble upbringings, and you know, on humble ongoings. You know, a lot of like people don't be knowing that money don't be changing people and stuff like that. So I know that you're big on knowledge and stuff like that. And I just wanted to know personally for me, because I'm starting to I want to make sure that I'm always like getting knowledge. So what books are you reading or are you listening to? Because I'm pretty sure you're doing both.
Give me 1 second. Let me go get something real quick. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. So I got a couple books that I read, and here they are. And I've read some of them. Some of them I didn't finish because I just haven't had time, and I've been moving some stuff around. But I do listen to a lot of audiobooks and podcasts. My favorite podcast of all time is Bradley's Dropping Bombs. I don't know if you know who this guy is. He's kind of a badass. He's a closer. He exudes confidence 24/7. But some of the books that I read, okay, hold on, I can't show that one. Can't show this one.
Say his name again on this podcast.
It's called Dropping Bombs with Brad Lee. It's Brad Lee. It's LEA.
Okay.
So, The Innovator's Dilemma, right? when new technologies cause great firms to fail. So Innovator's Dilemma, I read this book 2 times. It's a great book. It's actually a gift. um, Game Changers is a book that Alex Sines recommended to me. It's a great book. I've gotten halfway through it. It talks about all the words that are important to people, as well as getting outside your head, like being able to step outside the box and look at stuff from outside in. A lot of people look at things through a perspective of them being in the first person, the POV, right? But if you're looking outside, that's why when you get ideas from people or different perspectives, like, what do you think, Loopy? You know, 2 heads are better than one. So that really does make a lot of sense in this book, you know, being able to kind of find out
Because sometimes
different ways to maneuver.
sometimes you have
Like,
to take yourself out yourself sometimes just to look at yourself and understand what's going on around you, and
if
that's
you play chess like this, it'd be hard to see. But when you play chess, you're looking at the board like this, so you
right.
can see everything at one time. So
Right.
another one, this was introduced to me by Garrett Sanchez over at Infinity Gauntlet with
Okay.
Quentin Flores' partner. This is a very good book. Very good book. It talks about the way the brain and the mind works, the
Okay.
way the brain and the mind works. And so for me, selling is an art. It's like a muscle. You have to constantly exercise it. I told my brother today, I'm like, you know what? Like, shit, I don't even know. Like, I got to hop on the calls, a lot more calls tomorrow, like high level calls, because I don't like it. This month we've been focusing on momentum, and it's a high level event, but it's not as high level as talking to a high level mentee that's doing 20, 30 deals a month that wants to get to 50, 60. You know what I mean? So like, I got to sharpen my tools all the time. So me and my brother role play and stuff like that. You know, we go back and forth if it's at just to practice sales.
Man,
and
you
still
got,
psychology.
yeah, you got a good person to do that with, man. Your
Yeah.
your brother's tight, man. That's what's up.
Yeah. So those are the books that I read into. I really like to read on, you know, how should I put it? Not mentality, but how the human psyche works. What makes people think and do things that they do. So, you know, different personality types, as well as like upbringing has a huge a part in that. Their environment, what they perceive as being normal, what's good and what's bad, you know, stuff like that. Like, that really interests me. A lot of stuff that interests me. As one of my favorite book is it's by Grant Cardone. Oh my God, I'm having like a brain fart right now. Be Obsessed or Be Average. Be Obsessed or Be Average by Grant Cardone. If you don't take any of the stuff books that I showed you, listen to this. Be Obsessed or Be Average is one of the best audiobooks I've ever heard.
Send that to me in the text, that way I can buy that and I can get
Absolutely, man. That audiobook, like, listen to it on your way to work or on your way to your office, or you're driving for dollars, whatever. Have that shit playing, and you're gonna be so motivated, and you're gonna find any person can find something in there that they can relate to. And it's by Grant Cardone. He narrates it himself. He reads the book and he's telling the story, and he goes through and talks about how you know, he was a drug addict at one point and how he beat that, and how he took the stance to say, hey, look, I'm not gonna be average. So I have to be so fucking obsessed with being successful, being able to master my craft. So me as a salesperson, as a closer, because let's be honest, dude, the word closer gets thrown around so fucking loosely in our industry that it's kind of, to me, and I'm speaking on myself, not as a all-in guy, but for me, it's kind of disgusting. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm a closer. Yeah. You're self-proclaimed. You're probably not even that fucking sharp. Okay. But this like, being obsessed with whatever it is that you're doing is going to ensure that you're the best at it, because you're not looking at it as something that you're trying to do. It's not something that you're dabbling in. It's something that you live, breathe, you know, you eat, you drink it. Like, it's something that is so ingrained in you that it's all you're ever thinking about. Like, for me, like, when I did those deals, the 33 deals, like, for me, it was like, how am I going to make the next deal? It's not, to me, it's not, oh, I'm going to put in 8 hours or 12 hours. I'm going to work 12 hours. No, for me, it's how I'm going to make these deals. So then I start looking at how many calls on average it's costing me to make a deal. How
Mm.
many, deals per week can I get? How many weeks in a month? And I just back it in. If I want to make 20 G's this month as a wholesaler, how am I going to do that? My average deal size is, let's say, 12 grand. So I need two minimum. Okay. So how many calls do I have to make a deal? How much is that those leads costing me? So for me as a team leader, when I had a team of salesperson to acquisition manager, I would say, okay, so how much do you want to make? Okay, I want to make this many. How many deals do you want to make? I have to make this deal. Okay, so you're based on your KPIs, right? Your key performance indicators. In the past, it's you have to do 67 calls to make your deal. So in order for you to make this many deals, you have to make this many calls. So in order to make this many calls, you have to work this many days. So you reverse engineer everything. And that's how you count your time. That's how you start figuring out, okay, now Loopy can do, let's say, 5 deals on his own every single month. Now, I want to get to 10 deals because at 10 deals, I'm making this much money on average. So how do I do that? If I hire another person, rule of thumb is that person is only going to ever be about 70 to 80% as good as you. So what are they going to bring to the table? Probably 3 deals, right? So then that you're going to train that person up, and then you're going to put your deals together. Then you're going to try to hire somebody else, boom, right? And you're going to have that person train with this person, and you're going to train that person. Then eventually you're going to start only working on this, and then you start building that second person up as a leader, and then that's how you start building under. But it's all a process. It's all a process. A lot of people come in the game and they're like, oh well, I'm not a closer. I'm not a good salesperson, but I'll just hire one. Yeah, I'm going to tell you one thing. If you do that, you're going to end up renting one. You're renting them because what's going to happen is this guy's going to be like, the fuck? I'm only getting this much of this pie, and I'm the guy who's got the skills. Peace. See what I'm saying?
Look, check this out, because I know that y'all are adding value to the community because you just got through talking about the momentum. So as far as adding value to the community, hit us up with what y'all doing.
Sure.
Y'all had a momentum going on. I signed up.
Yes.
I had end up signed up for that. Y'all.
I did. My brother hit you up yesterday. He's like, Loopy, this that guy. I'm like, yeah, that's Loopy. And he's like, oh, what do you want to tell him? I said, hey, just text him this. I got him. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. Don't worry. And then he's like, all right, cool. And he showed me, he said, I told him that you got dogs and you had these dogs ain't normal dogs. Like these are dogs.
Yeah.
And, you know who told me about it? Jonathan. So I said, he was like, bro, he was showing me these pictures of these dogs, bro. Crazy, bro. These are like expensive ass fucking pooches. I was like, what? So I didn't even know nothing about it until Jonathan told me about it. This is when you guys were in Vegas.
Oh, word. So I sent your brother some pictures and stuff of the dogs. Yeah.
So my brother loves dogs. But so like as far as adding value to the community, before the Rona shit happened, we were doing a monthly pop-up for free, absolutely for free. Anybody in Phoenix or surrounding metropolitan area, people would drive from California to come to our pop-up event. It was free. And they come to our
dope, man, bro. Pop-ups.
Yeah, our pop-ups is dope. We got a bar, we got a cash bar there.
Mm-hmm.
We got people dropping knowledge. It's completely free. So we do that normally when this Rona stuff's not around. But, we have different events. Our events are huge. Our networking is huge, right? And when we give value, it's not like a event that's from 8 in the morning or 9 in the morning to 5 o'clock. Like our events will go to like 10, 11 o'clock p.m. Every question's being answered. So with that being said, our most famous event is called All In Momentum. It's the scaling event, right? Its scaling event is how to make it so that you're not working on your business, or excuse me, you're not working in your business anymore. You're working on it. It's to create a CEO of a company. And to create a CEO, what do you need? You need employees. And to get employees, you need a hiring structure. You need a onboarding structure. You need pay plans. You need retention, SOP, standard operating procedures. And all that stuff is embedded in momentum. It's stuff that we teach you, from how to pay people to how to put out hiring ads to, I mean, the whole sauce. Marketing is given. This is something that, like, no event. I'm 100% confident in this. No event has created more millionaires in the space than this event. Like, if
Man, hey bro, I was seeing the homie real estate Diddy on there from posts like a couple what's
he's
name?
loved.
And I just had the honor of being able to basically bring everybody out on stage in Vegas in November. You know, I was the first person
Yep.
that saw it, and to be on stage, and now I'm backtracking, starting to kind of see where everybody was in the beginning. Everybody just now really getting off up in this business and doing like tremendous and great things. And he was one of them. I'm like, damn. So you
Yep.
know, he was going to the momentum. That's why I like, oh, okay, now I see why he was
He's
real.
family.
Yeah, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, he's big fam. So, like, a lot of these people that you know that are doing good, I'm not saying they owe it entirely to momentum, but they went to momentum and they learned a lot. You know,
They came to see what it took to gain momentum, and in that process, you know, they
right?
what it took to gain momentum, and they gained momentum, and that's
Absolutely.
and
And
I like the sight of it. What I saw, I was like, damn. So now this kind of makes sense to me. What you about to say?
and a lot of, there's people that are doing 30 deals a month that hit me up. They hit my line like, yo, what's the homie hookup price on momentum? Like, these are guys that are doing big shit, because there's always, here's the thing about our classes, our courses, and our education sector. Like, stuff's always changing. Stuff's never the same. What was working 6 months from now, ago, is probably not working today. So we're constantly evolving and innovating, and we're constantly putting that out to the marketplace, to people to learn. So whenever we have a new strategy or something like that, we put it out there. So the momentum that's going on right now is not the momentum that went on 8 months ago. It's not the one that went on a year ago. It's completely different. It's not like Vegas, where you go to fucking Cirque du Soleil and you go to O, and the O is the same as it was 6 months ago. It was the same as it was 2 fucking years ago. Like, it changes because everything in real estate moves a billion miles per hour, right? 1 month in real estate, it's like fucking 5 years in normal life. So you constantly got to be evolving. So we have different levels. So we start off with the course, or a book, right? The world's best wholesaling book. And then you go to the courses. We have a freedom course, which is going to get you to financial freedom, to get you out of that mental state of being a worker bee, and start working for yourself. And it's going to show you how to get a wholesale deal from A to Z. It's going to include contracts, not only the contract for you and the seller, for you and the end buyer to sign it. So, like, it's got everything you need. It's going to show you how, not just, oh yeah, you go get leads and then you market to them. No, it's going to show you what website to go to and get leads, and it's constantly being updated. So, like, let's say Alex drops a new module on it, you add some shit to it tonight. Tomorrow it gets updated for everyone in the system. You don't just go through it once and, oh, you got to pay for it again to get some new game. It don't work like that. So we got that. We recently released a virtual wholesale course. So if you already know how to wholesale, this is going to help you become a virtual assassin. We also got a dispositions course, because here's the thing: a lot of people just worry about acquiring the property. Well, and then once they work their ass off to get this property, they work their ass off, and then they just give it away to a fix and flipper for peanuts, right? Because they get scared. They're like, oh shit, I better take this first offer. No, man, it's the same. It's being a disposition guy is as important as being an acquisitions guy, because not only did you work your ass off to get the low price. Yep, 100%. Not only did you work your ass off to get that low price, you got to try and maintain all that gross profit and give up none of it when you're selling it. So we have a course just dedicated to dispositions only, so you can tighten that up. Now, then once you get into, then we have a freedom event once Rona. That's like a mindset and getting into entrepreneurship, into wholesaling. Then the next event is momentum. Momentum is a scaling event. Now you're doing wholesale deals. Now it's time to build that motherfucker up, build a team, build a following, and start to scale that thing, right? Work on it. Be a CEO, a real true boss. Then the next step is executive elite, which is the premier investors group. So, like, Executive Elite is a year-long mastermind where there's 4 visits, 1 destination visit. So one might be in Cancun for a week or in Miami in a mansion, masterminds. And then the other 3 will be here locally in Phoenix, where you come to the office and mastermind, and there's teaching involved as well. Now, throughout that whole time, there's calls, which are bi-weekly. Every 2 weeks, you hop on a group call, and we go over everything. There's also included a Facebook group, and like, I mean, just dude, the networking alone in these events is just enormous, man. We've got people that went from getting into wholesaling at Momentum to quitting their jobs in the club at Momentum, and now they're making 6 figures a month. They quit their job. They're like, fuck it. They call their boss in the club. I quit. One was a police officer, quits, right? They quit their job. They take what they learned at Momentum and start applying it, and now they're making 6 figures. It's fucking crazy. Momentum is not one of those feel good meeting events where they're like running down, they massaging shoulders and make you feel good. No, they're gonna tell you about yourself. Yeah. They're gonna tell you about, this is where you fucking up. This is how you do it, and it's just, they'll build a business plan from scratch. They'll pick people from the stage, from the audience, pull their stats, and build their whole business from scratch of how they can do it, a strategy, and then check back up on them. And they're usually the people that go on the fucking podcast 3 months later because they're killing it. You know what I mean? So Momentum is it. And then the top of the line is, once you're at that next level, it's the one-on-one mentorship program with Carlos. And, I handle the one-on-ones and the executive elites. That's like all me. Go ahead. I keep talking.
Nah. I'm rubbing my hands like baby, because, man, you know what I'm saying? Like right now, I'm in good hands, and it ain't gonna do. It ain't nothing but for me to, show what I got going on, and hey, man, shit.
It's time to build up something and go execute, right?
I'm with going all in. Shit, I've been going all in my whole life. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? So, hey. Any advice for our youth? That's why I was telling you to hold on.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Bro, this probably you gonna really sit back on this interview and be like, damn, Lupe has some on this one. So, any advice for our youth, man?
So as far as our youth go, right? Like, so a lot of kids, I feel like, get lost in the world of Instagram. Social media is huge now, right? Social media is huge, and a lot of people get lost in what other people have, because let's be honest, most people don't show their low points. They only show the good shit, right? They only show when they're winning. I've got a new car, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And a lot of people don't show the struggles, the late nights, the hard work, the people telling you. Your fucking family is going to tell you you're crazy. What? They're going to tell you, dude, bro, look, and this is, honest to God, I love my mom to death. She's the most important woman in my life. But my mom, believe it or not, was not with it when I was like first started to make money. And your family's gonna be like, man, all you care about is money. It's not all you care about. It's you're watering something and you're watching it grow. You're watching it grow, and you're working. You're what you're putting in, you're getting out. So for the youth, stop watching what other people are doing and stop trying to get in a rush. A lot of people rush into that. They were like, man, I want to drive a fucking Maserati. I want to do this. Dude, your time's going to come. But if you do this, most people, the reason why they don't succeed is just because they're downright just fucking lazy. So as a younger person, as a young kid, what you should be striving to do is be the hardest worker in the room, and not look left and right, but just look forward. And bro, like, it's crazy. Like, I don't look at, oh, well, this person's doing this or this, bro. I don't give, man, if I'm in the office with my brother grinding and somebody leaves early, I don't give a fuck what that person is doing. I don't give a fuck what I'm right here. So just keep your eyes straight forward, put your head down, get to work, because I wish that the stuff that I learned from these guys and just growing up in sales, I wish I knew this shit when I was 15, 16. I wish I had someone like you to tell me like, hey, dude, like we're gonna help you get your first deal. Bro, I'm 15 years old. I wasn't doing no shit like that, man. I was playing video games and jacking off. Like I didn't, you see what I'm saying? Like that, I didn't, I didn't know, I didn't know that shit like this existed.
Right,
So
right.
you
Man,
got you,
bro, bro,
and like your family's gonna tell you, man. Your family's gonna tell you you're crazy. You're not like,
man.
bro.
Wait,
You won't believe. Oh, you left your job where you had benefits. You were making $20,000-$30,000 every month, and you had benefits and da da da. Yeah, but I wasn't happy. I was miserable. I was this. It was that. And you know what? I can honestly say that I am content with my life. Like I'm happy. I feel like I'm making a difference. I'm helping people realize their dreams. You don't believe how many people that have texted me or called me and say crying saying, "Hey, thank you so much, man. That one phone call that you made with me and you let me in the gates and I put in the work and I fucking got my teeth kicked in by Carlos, but I put in the work and it's all coming to fruition now." Like that is better than anything that a dollar can fucking buy you. Better than an AP, better than a Rolex, better than anything. Helping people out is the greatest feeling in the world.
because I'm looking at this opportunity right now, man. Shit, I've been fired up the past few days about this whole opportunity to be able to have you on here, be able to chop it up with you,
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
shit like that. So I like, man, this right here is one of them experiences. This right here gonna be a life changing experience. Especially once we talk and stuff like that. I'm like, man, like shit. This right here gonna be something solid. Something that's in the pot.
Yeah.
This something that's
And what's crazy is like in any industry, it doesn't matter what industry it is, the people that are stick around the longest, that do the best, are the people that are truly just out to help people. Because if you just help people, man, the money's gonna come. It's a byproduct. It's almost like a fucking accident. It's like it's an accident. It's just like, if you're making a deal, you're helping the seller out, like you're gonna make money on accident. Like there's no way you can't make money as long as you're helping people out.
And I'm so used to having money, shit, man. I know once I really start having some money that really makes, like it ain't gonna, but help me help a lot more people. So with that being said, I know you've been doing other things other than just closing deals and stuff. We talked about it not too long ago about the painting. So yeah, how have the painting been going? I seen you had posted some on Instagram, but how long have you really been into the painting? How are you painting, and is it more of is it more like therapeutic for you or something like that?
It really is. So like for me, I've always been like into art, into like even independent artists that are just SoundCloud rappers or make beats on NPCs. Like I love art. Like I said, any type of art because it's the true ultimate expression of one's feelings. So I've always been into drawing since I was a kid, like on graphite and pencils because we were poor. I couldn't afford shit. I always wanted to get into painting, but painting is an expensive hobby, man. It really is. Like I'm a few $1,000s into this shit in a couple months. I'm buying canvases. Yeah, man, I'm buying like hard professional canvases. Like these canvases aren't cheap. Like these are expensive. They're like this thick. They're professional grade wood, like badass canvases because I want to do it right.
And how much is the canvas like?
You get some of these canvases. Oh, this is like $120. You got some that are like 200. I got one right there. It's like a self portrait of me, kind of like a crazy guy. I'll show you a picture later. I'll send you a picture. Yeah, I painted it. So like I got interpretations, like a lot of stuff, like so my own personal beliefs are a little bit different than a lot of people's when it comes to like religion.
No religion, no politics. I want everybody.
I'm not going to talk about it. But what I'm saying is, so like a lot of my art, when like I give social cues in there. So like I'll post stuff in there, like things that I've always thought since I was a kid. I was raised, Catholic growing up, and so like a lot of questions that I had, I paint them, and a lot of stuff, is inspired by like what's going on in the world. Like, so this is my son. When the Rona shit first started popping off, I had to explain to my son why he had to wear a mask, and it
Oh,
really kind of made me sad that, like, that he had to grow up in a world where he has to wear a fucking
yeah,
mask for me
yeah.
to take him to McDonald's or to go play. So like I took a picture of him and I ended up painting it. You know, my son with his mask. So like this is like childhood. So like, one thing that I can express is like I can remind him later on in life, like, hey, Papa, remember when Corona happened and you had to wear that goofy mask because you didn't want to get sick, and I can show him the painting. So for me, it's like a way of things that are memorable to me. So Kanye West is first and foremost one of the greatest artists. Some of the stuff he says is kind of off-putting, but I will say this: he
No.
is a he's one of the greatest artists. And a lot of people don't know this, but Kanye West used to do art, not just music. Like he actually painted before and used to draw, and his artwork is amazing. So this guy just all around is an amazing artist. And I think like to be a crazy artist, you got to be kind of weird. Like earlier you were telling me, hey dude, did you just drink a lot of coffee or something? I am a little weird. Like some shit about me is a little weird. Like
I just know,
like
you move like motherfucker. Like you ain't move fast to
my
me.
girlfriend
I'm gonna bust
my
this
girlfriend tells me like you're constantly like your mind's running like 1,000,000 miles per hour, and some of the stuff you're saying like doesn't even make sense sometimes. I'm like, well, it doesn't make sense to you, but it does to me. And it's confusing sometimes because like I draw stuff or I paint stuff, and some people are like they just don't get it. But it's okay because art is subjective. It's subjective.
I,
That
I remember I used to draw when I was little, man. I used to draw I used to draw the old Porsche 911 over and over again till I perfected the Porsche because that was like the easy
woo,
to draw.
yeah.
Boy, it was either that or the bug, and I like that little tail on the end. So I'll draw the shit out that Porsche 911 turbo.
Yeah.
That's why I gotta
Yeah,
get.
yeah.
No, do you got your Porsche 911
I
yet?
don't have a Porsche 911. I have a 750 twin turbo V8, which is my family car. It's 4-door. I have a 6 Series. That's a two-door car. That's another V8. And then I just recently, for my birthday, I just bought myself, like, I haven't even posted on Instagram, but I bought myself a Maserati Gran Turismo Sport S. So I just bought that. This is the first time I actually say it out loud to somebody. It's kind of weird. But yeah, that's one thing about me is I'm very like low key on
Babe,
my
I got the baby Mozzie right now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. What you got, the Ghibli?
Yeah, I got the I got the SQ4.
Okay, that ain't no baby.
Yeah,
The SQ4.
I got the baby Mozzie, man. My the next one I gotta get that. I gotta get that water. So that's gonna be my next.
Man, don't that exhaust just crazy? Ain't that
Man,
exhaust crazy?
man. I'm gonna get the old one. I like the 458. That's gonna be my next go to.
458. I feel you.
So look,
So like it's therapeutic. What's up?
what you about to say?
So like painting's therapeutic for me. I listen to music and I'll just paint whatever comes to mind. Like that dude in the background. It's kind of weird. It's a face. It looks like Dr. Robotnik.
Oh, so
It's
that's
weird.
a painting back there.
Yeah, man, my room is covered in paintings. Oh, here's one that people in here will definitely like and appreciate. Check this out. This is the first painting I ever did, and it's the most meaningful one to me. It is a bunch of nose. A bunch of nose.
Got a yes, yes right there,
yep.
right?
And there's one little yes.
Yeah.
So this reminds me that no matter how many times you hear no, 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 all it takes is just one yes. And when you get that one yes, it'll change your life.
I got one paint. I did a paint one time. I got one paint, and it came out pretty cool. So I think I'm gonna have to post that on
man.
I got one paint. So I got another question. So, what platforms are you most active on?
I'm most active on Instagram.
Okay.
I have a Facebook that I use usually just for like Messenger and stuff like that. But Instagram, I'm most active. A lot of people like will hit me up on Instagram, and if I'm not that responsive, they will like call the all-in number, and then it goes to my brother, and then my brother will be like, "Oh yeah, he's right here." I'm like, "Oh damn, this motherfucker's really trying to get a hold of me."
Hey, that's what I'm like to say. So everybody, you want to get in touch with Tino, call Randy.
Look,
He'll be sitting right next to Randy, man.
yeah, that's usually how it goes. So I try my best.
My questions, they be right there. You be like,
Yeah, they're like they're flowing like it's yeah. You're absolutely right. Uh, so the best way to reach me is through Instagram. My Instagram is my name that I have here at official Shark Tino. That's a name, actually, believe it or not, that Carlos gave me, because my name before that was real big flips spicy chips. Because when I was an acquisitions manager, I still do this every day. I would get a bag of extra hot Cheetos, the black bag of hot Cheetos, and a bang.
Cheetos now.
Yeah. The black ones are like the super hot bag. So I would eat that for breakfast every day, and that like would get me going, and I would start getting on the phone, and then my chip or my name was real flip spicy chips, and Carl was like, "Bro, you got to change that, man. You're the shark. You're the whale shark. You got to put you're Shark Tino." I'm like, "All right, Shark Tino." He's like, "But put official on it, so it's official." I'm like, "Oh my god!" So that's my name. So yeah, if you guys are interested in anything, whether it's like courses, I'll get you going on a course, and you don't have to pay the price that's on the website. The price on the website is it's like $8.99 or something crazy like that, right? It's not even crazy because you're getting it back. It's an investment. One thing I want you to know, that spending on your education is one of the biggest things. Like, you got to pick the right educator. I'm not saying that we're perfect for you. We might not be, but I will tell you this: do your research, right? Do your research. And it's most of the time people that won't say all the great things about you. They always judge you on the bad things. But it's very hard to find somebody that's going to say some bad shit about us. So do your research on whoever it is that you go through. And if you want to go through us, because you're tuning in the Loopy show, I'm going to give you a discount that's going to be so incredible that Carlos is probably going to call me into his office. But I'm telling you right now, it's normally like $800. If you want to stripe up, say Loopy sent you. Say Loopy sent you, and we'll do it for a flat $250. Okay? And this will get you going from start to finish. And I'm not trying to be a salesperson on here, whatever. But if you want to reach out, if you need some free game or anything, if there's anything that I can help you, I got a couple people in here like Hector. He hits my lineup. He'll text me he'll hit me a DM, and he's cool. He's got my personal cell. He'll call me or text me every now and then. And I don't mind helping as long as it's not something that's going to take me a billion hours. But if I can help you out with a quick question or something, I don't mind helping you out, man. So please DM myself, official Shark Tino, or all in official Randy, my little brother, and I'll help you out. And if you're interested in the course or momentum or something like that, hey, I don't mind hopping on a quick 10, 15-minute phone call just to kind of assess where you're at and see what makes sense. Because here's the thing, I'm not going to try and force a square into a circle. A lot of people are quick to take your money, even though you might not be ready for that. What's the point in me taking the money and then you not being able to be there yet and not implement everything that you can to make the most money. The thing is, I think the reason why our camp is very successful is because we actually assess everyone's needs and try to put them in the right direction. Because if I can sell you a ticket to Momentum for $2,500, right? I'll close you. Even if you don't think like you're ready for it, I'm going to fucking close you. But then what's going to happen? You're going to get there, you're going to pay me, you're not going to be happy because you're going to be like, I don't even know what the fuck this shit's all going through over my head.
Right.
I'd rather put you on something that's 90% less and more your speed, like the course for $250, because you know what's going to happen? That $250 is going to bring you thousands and thousands of dollars when you implement everything that you learn. And then once you do that, then you're going to be like, oh shit, like I need to get to the next level. And then you're just going to become a lifelong all-in family member. And that's how we do it. We got people that do one-on-one mentorships for a lot of money. And I'm not talking about $5,000, $10,000. I'm talking about $30,000, $50,000, right? They do these mentorships and they have such a good return on investment that they extend their mentorship. They're like, Tino, how can I get an extension? Because they're making so much money that they want to pour back into the business to get to the next level. So a lot of these slots, like for mentorships and stuff like that, they don't really open up too much. So, it's all about helping people. And when you help people and you put them in the right place for where they're at in their life, then it just works better than trying to not short game, the long term game, you know?
And remember, hey, y'all let official Shark Tino know that Loopy G sent
Let
you.
them know. Yeah,
Yeah,
let me know Lumpy sent you.
I sent you.
He
Me,
sent you.
buddy, I sent you. So with that being said, I had another question, man. Have you seen have you seen like 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 your boy like really on the phone, Carlos? Like
Yeah. Oh yeah. Look, I'm gonna tell you one thing.
I'm talking about
I'm
on
not
some
gonna lie.
wholesale deals.
I'm gonna put you on some real uncensored game shit. Like I don't care who feelings get hurt. Like I say the shit how it is, right? Carlos is a closer. Carlos is a closer. He's a little bit loose cannon, kind of like he's loose cannon. He's more like my brother's style. My brother's like, mm, mm, mm. I'm like finesse, suave, logic close you. My brother's like a hard hammer closer. Carlos is a hard hammer closer. Carlos is great on the phones. When I hear him on the phones, man, he's really good at finding that pain point of why somebody needs to do something and close it. I mean, there's times where like, you know, somebody's having a hard time and they're like, hey, Carlos, they want to talk to the owner of the company. Or, you know, a lot of places, the owners of the companies don't really talk to people because they're just like, they're so disconnected from that shit, right? They're so disconnected into that stuff. But Carlos is not, he's not too good to talk to a seller. He's not, you know, he's a closer, man. It's crazy.
So with that being said, man, bro, we've been on here for a minute. I'm just really now saying we've been on. Well, this is the longest one, but this fire though.
Hey,
Any,
time flies when you're having fun, man. Time flies when you're having fun.
right? Any last advice?
Any last advice? Whatever it is that you decide to do, because there's a lot of people that watch this stuff, but they're not really in wholesaling yet, or they still got their 9 to 5. You're never gonna be here's a good question. There's when you walk into a room and there's a dog in there, there's two types of dogs, right? But what happens is you start walking towards the dog, and what does it do? It starts usually going back into the corner, right? It starts backing up if it's scared, and starts backing up. Now, when a dog goes into a corner, it does two things. There's two types of dogs. One dog is gonna roll on its back, be submissive, and show you its belly, and it's gonna be scared. And now the other dog is gonna show you its fucking teeth, and it's gonna bite back.
Right.
So you got to decide what dog you're going to be. Are you going to be the dog that just gives up and just becomes whatever it is you are and accepts that? Or are you going to be the dog that fucking shows its teeth and says, hey, man, I'm taking a fucking bite at a crime like I'm Scruff McGruff because I ain't scared and mama ain't raised no bitch. So if you want to be successful, you have to do whatever it takes. And it's, bro, they're called growing pains. Growing pains, not growing feel goods. Nobody ever said, oh yeah, this summer I grew 6 inches, I got growing feel goods. No, man, I got stretch marks on my shoulders and my bones ache. I got growing pains because I fucking grew. So if you want to be good at something, you got to put both feet in, go all in, and show your fucking teeth, man. That's all I got to say. You're going to hear a lot more no's, just like this thing. You're going to hear a lot more no's before you hear one yes. But I will tell you one thing. That one yes is proof of concept. It means, man, this shit really does work. I don't have to fucking sell drugs. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. I don't have to go to my job that I fucking hate 9 to 5. I can be my own boss and I can figure out how to do this and multiply this over and over and over again. Once you do it one time, you're like, oh shit, that was kind of hard, but hey, it works. I can do it. Right. Now it's how can I do it better and faster? So just don't give up, guys. Don't give up. That's all I gotta say.
I want to ask you this. With you being the closer that you are, do you still get told no?
Absolutely. Look, my job as a closer doesn't start until you say no. If I'm talking to you on the phone and I'm blah, 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 and you say yes, what fun is that? I mean, sure, it's fun. I'm gonna make a lot of fucking money, but that's not what makes me better. That's not what makes me better. So when you hear no is when you start. That's when you roll up your sleeves and it's time to get to work, because it's like Now I'm gonna overcome objections. You hit something at me, boom. I'm gonna be like, oh, okay. Well, what about this? Bam, 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 bam. Hit it back to you, boom. You know, oh, well, this. Well, you told me this, Mr. Johnson. I got an overcoming objection for every fucking rebuttal you got. Tell me anything. Oh, my kids. Oh, I still got storage. Oh, I don't have somebody to help me move. I'm old. Man, I've seen it all.
You have to be smart mouth without being smart. Like you have to be smart without being smart mouth. Like
you have to think quick on your toes.
Yeah, you got to be quick, smart, but
you got to be tactful because you can't offend people. You can't be disrespectful because nobody wants to do business with somebody who's disrespectful or you know, not mindful of the other person's feelings. You have to be able to say things that, like when I'm closing somebody, I make them feel like it's their idea. Like whatever it is I want them to say or think, I make them feel it's their idea.
Yeah, you came over with that. I said okay.
Yeah. No, a lot of stuff I'll say. Like if I'm having a hard time with somebody.
I just see somebody do a video explaining a situation about a function that went on, and that's basically what he said. Like, hey, you said I disagreed. I say shit.
Man, one of my favorite closes. I'll tell you this. This is like, so different closes, right? Different one-liners and two-liners and closes you have to use with different people. So I can't treat every single sale the same. I treat every process in the sale the same, but every seller is handled differently. There's different personalities. Now, if I built enough rapport with somebody, a couple, I can use that what's changed line. You know, they've been together for 20 years. Now, if I got some hard-ass dude, right? If I got some hard-ass dude, well, we're having a good time, we're laughing, we're joking back and forth, then I start asking, okay, so listen, if I can't get him to close now, I say, hey, listen, Mr. Johnson, like, why do you want to start all over again? Do you really want to do this again? Do you really want to, like, list your house? Do you want to get a real estate agent who you're going to be paying for his BMW every month? And then in 3 months later, 6 months later, he's going to hit you for a price reduction every single month. Your house is going to be on the market. Do you want to have to put money into it to get it show ready? You can have weird guys in and out of your house while you're at work and your wife's home alone. Like, do you really want that shit? Like, listen, wouldn't it be stupid for you to put all this money in, which you already told me you don't have right now, to hope that this shit sells, to do this? Like, wouldn't it be stupid to have these strangers in and out of your house? And yeah. Like, he's agreeing with everything I'm saying. Then I say, so sell me your house. We'll close in 2 weeks. I'll get you all cash, deposit in your bank account. We'll open escrow today. Show me you're not stupid.
Damn. You say show
what the fuck are you gonna say? Show me you're not stupid. What the fuck are you gonna say? He just agreed with you. Wouldn't that be stupid if I did it? Yeah, you're right. It'd be stupid. Yeah. Wouldn't it be stupid to do this? Yeah, it would be stupid. Okay, so do this. I say the opposite of everything I just laid out, and I say, sell me your house and show me you're not stupid. And most people are gonna be like, fuck, that makes sense. Like, I slapped them in the mouth. Boom. So now he's either gonna cry or he's gonna say, yeah, you're right.
Record it because I'm gonna watch this a few times.
Bro, it's all into that. Look, you can say whatever you want to somebody as long as you're smiling. Like, you can say whatever you want as long as it. Bro, I told people like, man, you're out of your fucking mind. You think, come on, man. And I'm smiling. I'm like, hey, all right, come on, let's get real. This is what I can do for you. And if I'm smiling, I can tell somebody they're fucking crazy.
Right,
you're not gonna get $300,000 for your house. You're fucking out of your mind. But here, look, this is what I can do for you, Mr. Johnson. Come on. And then, you know, as long as you're like that, you're talking to somebody like that, then it's just, it's all in the tonality. It's all in the jovialness. It's all in building the rapport of anything. So my last, like, closing remarks, I guess, is don't ever quit. And the phone call before that, look, if I talk to 100 people today, right, person number 30 doesn't know that I talked to person number 60. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you just got motherfucker, hey, where did you get my number? Don't call me again. I'm calling police or I'm going to sue you. And they hang up on you. And you're like, damn. You know, that shit hit hard. When you get on the phone and you hop back on the phone, you're like, all right, let's go. Hey, Mr. Johnson, this is Tino. You already got your tail between your legs. You got to go, hey, all right, fuck, man. That was a tough call. All right, get up, walk around, do what you got to do. All right, let's go.
Bro.
Mr. Johnson, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
That's
all it is.
bro, I ain't got no juice on this. This about to die. We've been on here
Oh
so.
shit. Yeah, we've been on for a long time, man. All
Hey,
right, hey.
we've been on here 2 hours 30 minutes. Man, this right here been some super fire. Uh, shit, I don't even know what to tell y'all, but man, we got things to do. We got deals to
Yeah.
close. Hopefully, this right here will be helping a lot of y'all transition into becoming closers and making or taking steps to even figure out what a closer is and what a closer can do and what producing a closer out of yourself can make of an entire life situation. So I
Mhm.
want y'all to sit back and take notes. Replay this a few times. Replay it 100 times. Make sure y'all go follow official Shark Tino on Instagram, and make sure y'all be aware that they have a whole line of things available over that at All In. So make sure y'all go to allinmarketing.com. Say Loopy G sent you, cause man, they fooling with Loopy G over there, and I'm fooling with the All In gang. So hey man, this happened like spur of the moment. So this guy right
Yeah.
here actually showed me like he all in like at the drop of a dime, and
Hmm.
it was a blessing to be able to have him on here, and we got to get off of here before the computer died because
Yeah.
I am not
I
plugged.
appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me on, man. Like I said, if anybody has any questions, feel free to DM me. Maybe later on something will pop up in your head when you were taking a shower or something. You're like, damn, I should have asked that question in the comments. Go ahead and DM me, and I'm here for you. Thank you again. I appreciate you and your community for having us, and hopefully we can work together
Oh,
and we'll figure something out.
you already know that's on. We on. All right,
All
y'all.
right, guys. Thank
Peace.
you.